kick off round number 2 of the playoffs next on USA.
All right, gang. What up? What is up? Hold on. I'm going to type a message in the chat. Hold on. Goddamn, the Browns are killing the Tennessee Titans. Not even a game. Not even a game. The Browns in 2 of their 3 games look absolutely unstoppable. Really, in all 3 games, their defense is completely unstoppable. So, in case anyone's here, I posted a comment in the chat. The screen will be temporarily black so I can finish watching the 1 p.m. games on NFL Red Zone. Because if I show even 2 seconds of NFL Red Zone, my stream will get copyrighted to oblivion and I'll probably lose my channel. So I've got the audio to where only I can hear it and the screen to where only I can see it. Because I'm into these 1 o'clock games and I want to finish watching them. Even though the Falcons are getting their ass kicked because Desmond Ridder sucks. Jordan Love, deep bomb. Don't throw a flag. He came back into the defender. And they throw a flag. Ooh, Mike Williams is hurt for the Chargers. There's a couple of games I want to finish watching on Red Zone before I bring up the leaderboard for NASCAR. Damn. Excuse me. Ravens trying to run the clock out with a 1-point lead on the Colts. 3rd and 5 near midfield. And Lamar is sacked. The Colts will get another chance. You knew this Chargers-Vikings game was going to be dramatic, and goddamn, they still have 12 and a half minutes left. Most of the games are in the final 5 to 7 minutes. The Vikings have 12 minutes to go. Take it away, Rick Allen.
Get to the round of 8 so that they can fight once again to get to the championship 4 to decide the champion in 2023. A 2-time champion and 4 times Texas winner, Kyle Busch. Dave, can you make it 5 today? Well,
what's up, Karen? If you see my comment in the chat, I'm watching the last part of the 1 o'clock games on NFL Red Zone, and I need my computer to do that. So I got William Byron this week. I don't know. I mean, he was 14 to 1. I can't pass up William Byron at 14 to 1 as good as he's been this season. So give me William Byron. I think a Toyota wins. I think a Toyota wins or an RFK car wins. So Keselowski, Buescher, or any Toyota. But my race bet is William Byron. And on my podcast I'm on every week, I pick William Byron as well. But I think it's a Toyota or RFK car.
Well, Kim,
Kirk Cousins sacked.
wants to win no race more than maybe the Daytona 500 than here at his home racetrack at the Texas Motor Speedway. His hometown, Prosper, Texas. Is
race ain't started yet. I don't need a leaderboard yet anyway. The Jets first and goal.
In fact, he's never finished in the top
Bat it up.
here at Texas, and he's never led a lap. But today,
Jesus Christ.
he starts second, and his crew chief Scott Graves told me we qualified so well.
You like Hamlin or Buescher? It's pretty good.
That we've ever had here at
Like I said, I narrowed it down. RFK or any Toyota. And I hope if a Toyota wins, ooh, I hope it's Bubba.
Let's make it hotter
Ooh, today'd be the day, man. Today's a great day to be great. Whoa, the Vikings! Clutch Minnesota Vikings! Jefferson touchdown! Take the lead. They were down by 11 a couple of minutes ago.
What's up, Texas Motor Speedway? Drivers, start your engine!
Kevin Harvick's probably happy this is his last time ever going to Texas Motor Speedway.
So you want to drive a race car at Texas Motor Speedway? You better think twice about it. It keeps drivers from sleeping. This corner right here. It's hot.
The Packers are knocking on the door, making it a one-score game with the Saints. Plenty of time left. They're at the 1-yard line. First and goal. Flag on New England. The Jets are going to get a first down at the 1-yard line. Oh, the drama. That's why I got to finish watching these games. Shut up, Jeff Burton.
I love that outside line, Jeff. And this turn right here in 1 and 2 will develop that upper line as the race goes on. We've seen a lot of drivers get outside of that bottom groove and end up in the fence. But if you run tight against that inside line, you can make time around this corner and down in turn 3 and 4. But if you slip up, if you get out of this groove, the grip goes to 0 and your car goes in the wall.
I think Texas Motor Speedway is not only a bad track for racing, I think this track is entirely unsafe. It's not fit to race on. I think this track is a safety hazard. Look at the race last year. Touchdown Jags. They're not going away quietly. I knew they wouldn't. Houston's taking it to them today, but it's a couple of fluky plays here and there make all the difference. Are the Dolphins going to go north of 50 on Denver? They do the shovel pass again? Touchdown Dolphins, 56-13. Holy mother of God. They did the shovel pass again. First and goal, Jets at the 1. Fullback run. I think he's in. Touchdown Jets. My God, the Jets got in the end zone. It's a 3-point game with 5:24 to go, and they have all 3 timeouts. And New England's not exactly setting the world on fire offensively, so there's a strong chance the Jets get the ball back. Packers 3rd and goal at the 1. Can't get in. 4th down. Obviously go for it. They're under 7.5 to go now. They're down by 14. You got to go for it. What a long way the Dolphins have come. Remember when they lost 59-10 a couple years ago, and now they're up 56-13? Broncos are a disgrace. And the Jets are only down by 3. Packers 4th down. Touchdown, Jordan Love. It's a 7-point game. The Saints offense hasn't done shit in the second half either. You know, it can't be understated how bad the Packers have been. But the Saints offense has been bad today no matter who's played quarterback. Carr or now Jameis Winston. Carr is out with a shoulder injury. Ravens had to punt with 2:24 to go. The Ravens pinned the Colts at the 1 with 2:03. Damn. Colts are only down by 1, but they got a long way to go just to get to a field goal. The Packers are going for 2 here to make this a 6-point game instead of a 7-point game. This is kind of odd, but based on their struggles today, I mean, I would take every point I can get. Here we go. 2 points for the Packers. Nobody open. Finds a man. The 2-point conversion's good. The Packers are only down by 6 now with 6:58 to go. Some weird matchups today, but a lot of good football still going on. There ain't going to be any good racing today, I don't think, so thank God we have good football. That Xfinity race was so bad, I have no hope for the Cup race. Hottest Cup race at Texas, even hotter than 2020. Remember how hot it was? They raced at Texas in, what, July 2020? And it was just miserable.
Let's dial up the driver, the number 23, Bubba Wallace. Let him get by some traffic here. Let's fix the steering wheel. I don't want to be the guy that ends his day early. All right, let's dial him up. Hey, Bubba.
let's start the guys in the booth get a copy. What's up, Doc? My man, no better way to end the round of 12 than being the fastest man in Texas. Congrats on the
Oh, my God. The Falcons put up another field goal. Bravo, boys. Only 4:19 to go. You're kicking field goals, pansies. What's up, Dylan? Well, as I said earlier in the chat, the screen is black because I'm watching NFL Red Zone at least till the 1 o'clock games end. I don't see much in the 4 o'clock window that interests me. Seahawks are going to beat the Panthers. The Chiefs are going to beat the Bears. Dallas might drop 60 with their defense alone against Arizona. So I'm just trying to finish out the 1 o'clock window here. And we all know Texas Motor Speedway, this is going to be a boring race. I said before you got here, Dylan, an RFK car or any Toyota will win this race. People are like, narrow it down more. No, it's either going to be a Toyota or an RFK car that wins this race. Big touchdown, Houston. 34-17. 9 minutes left. Houston came to play today. Jacksonville, for the second week in a row, did not. 30-0, Buffalo over Washington. Sam Howell, he must be colorblind. Buffalo's got the backups in and just scored another touchdown. 37-0 now. The backups just scored for Buffalo. The Falcons, down by 17, are kicking field goals with 4 minutes left. Pussies! They were at the Detroit 3 and chose to kick a field goal with 4 minutes left. Are you fucking serious? Oh, did Minshew step out? Gardner Minshew just did the Dan Orlovsky. That's a safety. The Colts, down by 1, had to start at their own 1, and Minshew stepped out of bounds and gave up a safety and the ball. Ravens are going to win the game, it appears. 1:59 to go. They can't sit on the ball here. The Colts have a timeout. It's 3rd down. So most likely, I think the Ravens will win. But I don't count anything until it's done.
Is more locked in than he has ever seen him. And when I asked Gabehart about all the boos that Denny got post-race after winning at Bristol last week, he said, I love it. Quote, relevancy is fun. If they're making noise for you, that's all that matters. The fans might be making noise for Denny Hamlin once again. A terrific car here at Texas. Could it be back-to-back wins, Rick? We'll find out.
Yeah, well, relevance is right. He is the most relevant. Right?
The Dolphins game has been fun to keep up with. Unless you like Denver. Justin Herbert's an alien. Oh, incomplete. Herbert's made some unbelievable plays today. But the Chargers are still probably going to lose because the Vikings are just more clutch than they are. They're both bad, but the Vikings have this weird clutchness. They'll get back into games and be in it till the bitter end.
Straight north of here, we've got Kyle Larson, again, one of those drivers that you would expect to be running up front. Yeah, road 7.
Patriots up by 3, trying to close it out.
He won it 19, 20, 21, 22.
Ugly game. New England and New York. Car's still rolling around on the pace lap, so we're watching football.
The starting back of the drivers in the playoffs right now. He'll start next to Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Corey LaJoie back there on row 14. A good row. Almost got a stage win. Looks to continue that momentum. Zane Smith at the 38, a name we don't see all the time. Todd Gilliland will be at the 51, a row behind.
If the Ravens get a first down, it's game over. They got 9 yards to go. They're going to run it here. It's a sweep. Couple of missed tackles, but they don't get anywhere. The Colts will get one chance. And a flag comes in late. This could be a free timeout for the Colts. It appears to be on Baltimore.
But it's 1:16 right now in the car, and they're just running around.
Saints on a 3rd down, only up by 6.
Yeah, so this will get much warmer as the engine kind of heat soaks. Now, under green, the good news.
Winston hanging on to the ball.
Bad news, it's hard to stay
Throws it out of bounds. The Packers get it back, down by 6, 5.5 to go. Still not at 1 to go on the race. I thought that would be 1 to go right there.
This is something that all these drivers are going to have. I think they're physically fit enough that that's not the challenge. The challenge is staying mentally
focused? Can you stay as focused as possible with the heat being a major distraction?
So we talked a little bit about points. They were reset to 3,000.
By the way, I'm watching NFL Red Zone totally legally.
We heard Kim say about William Byron. Both William Byron and Mark Truex
That's
Jr., they're playing
touchdown Chargers.
So they've got a good advantage starting this round.
Well, what we learned last round was a good advantage isn't a guarantee. Mark Truex Jr. went into Bristol on the outside looking in after 2 bad races. Now you look at this round.
So the Colts are actually going to have good field position here and a field goal sends it to overtime. The Colts caught a break. They got a free timeout with the penalty on Baltimore, and now they've got 1:41 instead of only having about a minute or so. We're going down the backstretch coming to the green here for the race. But I'm still not turning the leaderboard on yet. Jets get the ball back down by 3. And man, I hate Texas Motor Speedway. The quality of racing here sucks, and I think it's unsafe and unfit for racing. This track is not good enough for the top level of auto racing in North America. This track is not acceptable. This track isn't even it's not even acceptable for trucks. I think this place stinks. I think a spring race will improve things, but it's still a dump, and I hate this track. But we're stuck with it. It's only 400 miles today. A good third of the grandstands are empty. That shows you how much people love this place. And the green flag is out. Round of 12. And Zach Wilson. Jesus Christ, Zach. Denny Hamlin, 3 wide. 3 wide, slipping out of the groove. Hang on, Denny. You saw what happened yesterday. If you even remotely, if your right side tires just touch that dark black part in the outer groove, you're done. Busher hanging on the outside of Bubba trying to get this lead. Bubba's got the bottom. Woo! Shot up off the corner. Kept it out of the wall. Leads the lap. AJ Allmendinger's in the top 10. He ran really fast. He was fast in practice. He was one of the faster cars on 10-lap average, I think. So AJ has speed here today. At least it looks like it. It looks like he does, based on what we've seen this week. Well, I hope whoever said Hamlin hits the wall on 155 is the same guy who called Aaron Rodgers tearing his Achilles 3 hours before the game. That actually happened. Cup race starting a lot cleaner than the Xfinity race. Everyone's happy. Good God, the Jets are on 3rd and 19 at their own 3rd and 10 at their own 10. Excuse me. Wilson, you got to hang in here and make a play. You got to make a play. Just run it, run it, run it. Zach Wilson with his legs. First down. There's a flag. And the entire field, 3 laps into the race, are single file glued to the bottom. Welcome to Texas Motor Speedway. Single file glued to the bottom with cars that throw more dirty air than probably any vehicle we've ever seen, even more than the high downforce package with the old car. The turbulent air with these cars is brutal, and everybody's running single file. So what do you think is going to happen here today? Jordan Love, deep throw, clutch, the Packers at the Saints 12 with 4 minutes to go. 3-car breakaway in the Cup race. Bubba, Busher, and Brad. They've put a second on Ross. Ross running forward with more speed this weekend than we've seen since Nashville. Trackhouse actually showed up this week. You got Suarez qualified well. Ross is top 5. Zach Wilson just went down in the end zone for a safety. New England wins. What? They showed Ryan Preece and Rick Allen, didn't mention the Daytona wreck? 3 generations of cars in Texas still sucks. I maintain that Texas was an okay track before they repaved and reconfigured it. It was an okay track. Had some really good races with the COT, and even the Gen 6 car put on good shows here. I don't care what anybody says. Packers knocking on the door. Oh, out of reach for Dobbs. Saints secondaries played really well today. They've owned this game. Saints offense just hasn't been able to put it away. The Saints have kept the score down. The Packers have struggled, and the Saints offense can't put it away.
this racetrack.
And Baltimore kicked the field, or Indy kicked the field goal to tie it up with the Ravens with about a minute left. But the Ravens are going to get the ball back one more time, and they have Tucker. Who saw this come? I think the Ravens are so banged up, more people should have seen this coming. Oh, Lord. B.J. McLeod's cool suit failed, and we're only 8 laps in to the hottest race in Texas Motor Speedway history.
Talking with drivers, especially playoff drivers, that was their biggest fear here today, is a failure of a cool suit, because it is much worse having a failed cool suit than no cool suit at all, because it ends up pumping what is warm water all around you through the entirety of the race.
I'd be so scared to wear a cool suit. Like, the gains from it are huge, but when it fails, it's brutal. You're just getting cooked alive. Touchdown, Packers! An extra point will take the lead. What a comeback. I like that they went for 2 earlier. I was in favor of that. The Ravens have 2 timeouts and 57 seconds and Justin Tucker. I think they'll probably win.
Push cold air into the helmet. Now the drivers are asked to choose between one or the other, and just about every one of them is taking that vest because it works so well.
This groove in this race is never going to widen out because everybody's just single file on the bottom.
The problem is when it fails, it's that much worse because, yes, you can unplug it.
If the Saints blow a 3-score lead, I'm going to laugh about it. 18-17 Green Bay with 2:56 to go. It was 17-0. I said coming into this week, the Saints are about the most unconvincing 2-0 team I've ever seen. They're really not that good. I'm starting to think the Bucs are the best team in the NFC South. Atlanta could be, but, you know, Desmond Ridder sucks. And also, we do wimpy shit like kick a field goal from the 4-yard line with 4 minutes left when we're down by 17. Fucking asshats. Couldn't even run the ball today, and Ridder sucks. Larson making a pass. Wow, a rare pass. A rare pass in a car not running the bottom. Bell slipped off the bottom. Larson makes the pass. And here comes Hamlin as well. You better take every position you can get today. You're not going to be able to pass anybody otherwise.
But it does. That weight, 9 pounds, might not seem like a lot on a 3,500-pound stock car. But if it hurts where you put it or it changes the center of gravity, it can make a difference. The amperage, a little less of a concern because these guys have to turn the alternator off on a final restart. That kind of gives you the power back. But
how much would it cost Texas Motor Speedway to repave this fucker again? I'm not even talking like a full-blown repave job. Scrape that top layer off that's been ruined and damaged by the PJ1 of the past and put a new layer of asphalt down and let this fucker age in, and you might get a decent track. One day. Probably take a decade or more. But fortunately, we probably won't still be racing here by then. We're 15 laps in, and Bubba Wallace is driving away. Get mad about it. And I'm still watching football. The Vikings down by 4 at the Chargers 10 with 5 minutes left. The Saints down by 1. They've got the ball. It's a lot to keep up with. I love juggling TVs on NFL Sundays. And pretending I care about a NASCAR race at Texas Motor Speedway. The Lions beat the Falcons 20-6. Didn't even give ourselves a chance. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I think my food's ready. They can't score points. You see, they sit there, they got the 17 and ain't done anything in like an hour. Never mind, my food's not ready and my Fox app just crashed. Thanks, Fox. Trying to see if the Saints can come back here. I got the Saints game on my Xbox and Red Zone on my computer. Dylan, that's my favorite interstate battery scheme since Bobby Labonte drove the car. The Ty Gibbs interstate batteries car. Well, the Saints are in field goal range, and that would win the game. I think the Packers should take time out here. They should try to get the ball back one more time. Well, they got 3 timeouts. The Saints are going to roll it to the 2-minute. Probably sit on the ball, kick a field goal, take a 20-18 lead, and the Packers probably get the ball back. It's the witching hour. I can't turn off football now. Oh, yeah, Talladega's next week. From Texas to Talladega. What an upgrade. And we're back. Bubba Wallace stretching it out here. Stretching it out like he did every Boomer's asshole last week when he advanced to the round of 12. He wouldn't have made it if Joey didn't wreck. Actually, if Joey didn't wreck, Truex wouldn't have made it. So suck on that. Sit on that and rotate. Truex would have been out if Joey didn't wreck. Bubba had the tiebreaker on Truex. They tied. Bubba had the higher finish in the round. He finished 7th at Darlington. So therefore, Bubba would have made it anyway. So eat shit and die. Truex is the one who got lucky, not Bubba. God, the Jets still have a chance. The Jets got the ball back and still have a chance. Nobody is moving up off the bottom. Okay, Hamlin has moved up off the bottom of 1 and 2, maybe half a lane. Maybe. At least he did that, Tom. He's running 10th right now with Larson. Larson's passed him for 9th a couple minutes ago. 4th and goal, Minnesota down by 4, going for it at the 2. Flag comes in, incomplete, but I think illegal shift on the Vikings. Penalties decline. Chargers take over with a 4-point lead. Still about 3 minutes left in that one, and the Vikings have 2 timeouts. The Jets at the 45, down by 5. Wilson throws away. Look at what Martin Truex and William Byron, mid as fuck. They're 17th and 18th. I think the playoffs are still wide open despite the fact that Truex and Byron have an absurd amount of playoff points built up. Dolphins 63-20. What a score. We got a shot at some scoregami in that one. 63-20 sounds like scoregami to me.
For him to advance, we looked at the history, it's going to take about 104 points, which if you break that down into the 3 races, it's 35 points a race, which means he has to finish 2nd in these 3 races to get that many points. For William Byron and Martin Truex Jr., they've got to finish 14th to get the same number of points because of all the playoff points they're starting with.
The big difference maker, though, is you're assuming both 0 in the stages. Yes. There are 20 points available, so for all the walls you qualified on the pole, I think that's the pathway. I don't look as much at the finishes as points earned. So for Bubba Wallace,
are the Dolphins about to get to 70 points?
Of the playoff, currently below the cut line, they need stage points. That's Bubba Wallace's goal. Unfortunately, for the other side of
Tua didn't throw an incomplete pass in the first half. He was like 16 of 16 in the first half. And they don't even have Jalen Waddle. He's in concussion protocol from the game a week ago. Oh, the Ravens are going to get a shot at a long field goal. Oh, man. Timeout with 6 seconds left, and the Ravens are going to try a 61-yarder for the win.
It's going to make your challenge that much more difficult.
It's about a 60. It's like 61, 62. I don't know. 60-yard field goal attempt coming for the Ravens for the win. If they don't get it, it's going to overtime.
back in 2022.
Tucker, you're the man. Let's nail this. I'm so rooting for Tucker to nail this. Unbelievable. Jets on 4th and 10. They don't get this. It's game over. Wilson, clean pocket, throws it short. Turnover on downs. New England wins. Zach Wilson threw it short there on 4th and 10 with the game on the line. How very Kirk Cousins of you. 60-yard field goal. Oh, it fell short. It was accurate, but it fell short.
And he just told me that the
Oh.
having is that
Tucker knocked that bitch down the middle, and it just barely missed the crossbar.
he needed to free it up.
Oh.
Loose on exit, he couldn't
If that was a 59-yarder, he would have made it.
this corner because it wouldn't turn. And if he tried to
Oh.
turn it up so it would turn, then it couldn't. The rear tires did not stick on corner exit. And that is going to be difficult to fix. They're going to have, this team will fight all day long and they'll work hard, but they are challenged today, and the conditions are going to make it harder for them.
Patriots win.
You just saw Eric Jones make the pass there a minute ago on Tyler Reddick, and no surprise, the 43 teamers look very good to start off these playoffs.
And I'll give it to all of Legacy Motor Club, not just the 43. I think the 43 and the
Gee, what if I just leave Red Zone on all day and make you guys look at a black screen? Because, nah, for the 4 o'clock games, I'll turn the leaderboard on.
In my opinion,
What a sexy paint scheme on the 43. You guys seen Eric Jones's car? It says Dallas versus everybody.
You mentioned that
It's fucking navy blue and metallic silver,
leading apparel company from Detroit.
and it's fucking sexy. I love that car.
The brand is launching a merchandise line.
That's gonna be a high-selling die-cast.
At DallasVersusEverybody.com, and what it's to do is celebrate that brand.
Oh, I wish the Dolphins have got to get to 70, man. They're at 63. They got to get to 70.
State of Texas.
You don't get all the way to 63 and don't get to 70. Oh my God, they got to 70. Woo!
Jones Foundation, but getting out
You're shitting me.
different parts of Dallas that some of these drivers might not see every day.
He's looking around the racetrack, and I love what I'm seeing from this 43 car, finding good speed. He's closing in on Denny Hamlin, Larson.
Drivers are starting to make passes in 3 and 4 by using a high lane. The grip is developed over there first. Drivers are
How are you an NFL team and you're going to give up 70 points?
And now that some spotters are seeing other drivers doing it, we're going to start to see it migrate to the front of the pack. That's what always happens. Guys in the back of the pack try it first. They make it work. That information goes to the front. Do not be surprised at all to see what's happening right here with Eric Jones starting to happen with everybody in the field.
Kyle Busch right there just made a pass on A.J. Allman here. He's been working on this pass for probably 15 laps. Finally able to get up to the back bumper. That 16 car, get to the high side of 3 and 4. Closing in on the 54 of Gibbs, who has Keselowski in front of him. Where does that car go down here at 3 and 4? Back to the top of the racetrack? Yes, he does.
And the Saints miss the game-winning field goal, and the Packers win 18-17. Unbelievable. The Saints had it. They blew a 17-point lead and then miss a game winner.
But it was difficult to understand Kyle on the radio, and I think he was having the same trouble hearing his crew.
radios in my helmet. You were talking over the top of him. That's why we couldn't hear him.
I'm going to post another comment in the chat to update everybody who just joined my stream.
The 8th driver. A little bit tight right now for Kyle. You see him working both sides of this. And by the way, guys, crews down here getting loosened up like they're getting ready for the first round of pit stops.
Steve, you mentioned that they'd break maybe this stage up, which we're about 5-6 laps away from the middle of this stage.
That's really going to be the key. I believe we're going to see a big wave of pit stops about 5 or 6 laps from here.
Bubba Wallace still out front. He's led all 33 laps.
Well, my doctor gave me breast trees for my...
The Saints blew a 17-point lead. The Saints blew a 17-point lead. The Saints blew a 17-point lead. How many times do I need to say that? Where's my 17-0 shirt? I think the Bucks are the best team in the NFC South. Falcons would be if they had a quarterback. The Saints lost. They were up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter and lost. Oh my God, the Chargers went for it on inches and failed to get it. What? Chargers, what are you doing? The Chargers went for it on 4th down at their own 24 with a 4-point lead. Are you fucking stupid? What the fuck? No, they're not, because that's an injury timeout on the Jets. Is it not? Spike! The Jets spiked the ball with a minute left and have a chance at a Hail Mary. So the Patriots have not clinched yet. Are you serious? Got our first pit stops of the day.
The first to take that opportunity. Little chassis adjustment there. 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Snowco Fuel still needs a little bit better balance to do what he wants in that. A little bit trouble. It looks like.
Slow stop for Christopher Bell. Oh my God, the implications. The only excitement today is going to be the first half a lap after restart in pit road.
He was telling the team the back of the car is loose. He felt like he had no.
Fucking Miami won with a Madden score. They played Madden on Pro on arcade mode today and put up 70. I think they were being awfully generous with the Jets, giving them a second after that spike.
Even though it's a new Goodyear tire, and he said, I think everybody's going to play it very conservative, but a problem for Busher can't get going out of his stall. Meanwhile, Bubba Wallace is coming down.
Leader Bubba Wallace has pitted. Keep it clean on pit road today, 23 team, please. Thank you very much. Seriously, what the fuck are the Chargers doing? They're going to get away with it, too, because the Vikings suck. 4th down at their own 24. Idiots.
So much importance placed on the picture.
Come on, Cousins. Come on. Make them pay for it, Cousins. Touchdown, Viking. No, it's knocked away at the last second. Ah, there's a flag. I don't know where it's at. Hail Mary Jets. Oh, the Jets almost got it, but they don't. The Patriots win. Oh, my Lord. Trust me, what I'm talking about is better than this race. This race sucks. At least it's going by fast. We're already halfway through stage 1. We've hit the first round of pit stops. The Jets almost won on a Hail Mary. Almost. Oh, that is painfully fucking close. Randall Cobb, you should have caught that. Randall Cobb should have caught a Hail Mary, and they blew it.
As we continue to see drivers making their way onto pit road as it cycles through,
Bubba's going to cycle through to the lead. Oh, Rick, Austin Dillon, who had not pitted yet, or had he pitted yet? Oh, he did. The wheel came off.
You saw it bouncing down the racetrack. There it is.
A wheel came off of the 3 car, and the wheel just passed him.
Look at driver's side. The damage to the driver's side.
What's up, Michael? In your goddamn life, you've never seen 70 points scored in an NFL game. 70 points. That is a fucking embarrassment to the Broncos. And whoever tried to put that tire on the 3 car there should be embarrassed.
Well, there you go. So a couple things. So we see the outside of the wheel. I can't see now at the right rear hump to see if the center of the wheel is still attached to the car. But without a doubt, the majority of the wheel has come off. So it either A, was loose, and what happens when it gets loose is it can fall on.
And the Denver Broncos have hit a new low.
Which will cut the wheel. Like it's
Speaking of new lows, Austin Dillon, what a great season you've had. He's out of this race. God, the Vikings almost had that damn touchdown. Oh! Baltimore's got a punt. Unless they want to try another 70-plus yard field goal, I'd say. And Jefferson's down for the Vikings. That's why it's 4th and 11. Jefferson's down. The game is on the line here on this 4th and 11 whenever they resume. The Vikings are down by 4.
You can't do anything.
Please tell me that.
You knew something was going on, but you can't just slow the car down and stop it. You're absolutely flying.
Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. I think Justin Jefferson just tore his ACL on fucking field turf or something. It was a non-contact injury for Jefferson. That's never good. Ban field turf.
Let's see. I see tire, I see wheel, And if you zoom right there, I believe that is the wheel nut. That is the evidence for you. Tight wheels don't come off. Tight wheel nuts do not come off.
So the tire failure on the 3 was the rear tire changer's fault. They slowed this shit down on instant replay and zoomed in to show you the lug nut that came off. They couldn't say, oh, you know, maybe it was just broken. Nah, it was a loose wheel.
Good opportunity for 7 cars who had yet to come to pit road. I mentioned some guys in the back that may try to stay out. Well, Ty Dillon, Chase Elliott, here comes the wheel nut right there behind the car.
Look at all the shit that came out from the right rear of the 3 car when he hit the wall.
That's telestration over a moving part, Rick. That's some
Next
advanced
level.
drawing right
Next
there. I
level.
usually mess that up.
I saw a lot of the Buffalo game. I've been watching NFL Red Zone all day. I think Sam Howell, a.k.a. Fat Baker Mayfield, is colorblind.
And they sit and they sit and they wait and they wait. Car comes down pit road and, you know,
He's fat
obviously,
Baker Mayfield.
It's a tough job and it's made that much tougher.
The Ravens can't put the Colts away.
So all of the playoff cars had
Panthers and Seahawks just kicked off.
Now the good news for all of those cars, they're back on the lead lap just because of how many cars stayed out or where they stayed out from. Now for Ryan Blaney, who's now running in the 3rd position.
So there was a penalty on the Chargers that gave the Vikings a first down. It's 3rd down now. 3rd and 15. Jefferson is back in the game for the Vikings. Thank you, Lord. Wow, Michael Pittman just made a big play for the Colts.
Ty Dillon asked, hey, why don't we just stay up and keep everybody down a lap? And Kuchi Bonamanian said, that would be a net negative. So come on down, 4 Goodyear tires and fuel.
Vikings 3rd and 10 at the Chargers 20, down by 4. I hope they fucking score. The Chargers, I hope you lose. I hate you so much. I hate Brandon Staley so much. It's going to be 4th and 5 for the Vikings with 42 seconds. Game on the line.
I'm not completely unhappy with the balance of the car. They get 4 fresh Goodyear tires. He did interestingly say it feels like the right rear has too much air in it.
So the cars that ran long there, probably, I think they gained a lot of track position.
So the first caution comes out of the day, and it's here.
All right, 4th and 5 for the Vikings. This is the game. And yes, I'm turning this up on my TV now. 4th and 5. They got the first. 1st and goal Vikings, 36 seconds. They don't have a timeout, though. Come on, come on, come on, come on. The clock is running, retards. 28 seconds, 27 seconds, 26. Can you hurry up? You don't have timeout. 20 seconds. What the fuck are they doing? And my Fox app, never mind, it froze. 13 seconds. What the? You could have run. Come on, Cousins. Come on, Cousins. Ah, it's intercepted. Chargers win. Intercepted off a tip at the 1-yard line. Chargers win. The Vikings could have spiked the ball and ran at least 2 or 3 plays. Instead, they fucking muddle, huddle, and dick around, and then the ball gets picked off a tip. Chargers win, despite Brandon Staley's stupidity. Man, the Chargers did not deserve to win that game. They really did not. The Dolphins are still playing? Fuck. The Dolphins are still playing. God help us. Michael, they put up Madden arcade mode numbers. The Colts and Ravens are still fucking playing. That's why I'm still watching Red Zone. As soon as the Colts and Ravens finish, I will turn the leaderboard on for you guys so you're not staring at a black screen. But the Colts-Ravens is still going. Brandon Staley's a fucking retard, but got lucky today.
Access to their in-car cameras and even choose some alternate camera angles. Just visit NASCAR.com/drive where you can download.
I think a fully healthy Ravens team would have beat the Colts by at least 7.
Fans that are watching.
I think this game would be over, but the Ravens are so banged up. They're missing, 8 starters between offense and defense. Big name, key players as well.
$1 million.
The Packers are too, which is why the Saints should feel really bad that they blew a 3-score lead to the Packers.
Gets cut. 122 degrees.
Desmond Ritter's worse than Justin Fields, so maybe those retard Falcons fans saying we should have drafted Fields are onto something. I'm kidding.
Thankfully, they're not gonna
But Ritter is worse than Justin Fields.
stars today, but still is climbing 122 now in the cockpit there for Kevin Harvick.
4th and 1 for the Colts. They're going to make a decision here. If they don't get it, the Ravens are going to have a great chance, but it'd be another chance. They've already blown several chances to win this game.
Multiple issues during the playoffs for this team, and Dave touched on the switch for the playoffs. This used to be Ty Gibbs' crew. You know, at first glance, we thought maybe it was a tie.
4th and 1 for Indy at the Baltimore 46. They're in the shotgun. Gee, if only you had Jonathan Taylor. It's a draw, and the Ravens blow it up. Turnover on downs. Near midfield, the Ravens have the ball. 4:10 to go in overtime.
They switched this team to Christopher Bell for the playoffs, and again, multiple races with issues on pit road for this victory.
Somebody win this fucking game, man.
15.6 second pit stop, 12 to 16. So it was a lot more time than that on the racetrack, but bunching it up.
I texted my dad. I said, I think Sam Howell's colorblind. He texted me back in all caps, just today. Sam Howell does a lot of things really well, but, man, that's a game to forget. Just like this is a fucking race to forget. We're about to have a restart here, and nobody cares. Chris Buescher had a slow stop, stalled the car. Didn't notice that earlier because I wasn't paying attention. Didn't cost him much, only lost like 2 spots. He went from 2nd to 4th. Damn, Ty Gibbs, what happened to him?
On the Ty Gibbs stop, they actually got the air hose caught.
Bubba's team nailed the stop. So that's one good stop for the 23 today.
And Buescher simply said after that stop,
please keep it up.
Sometimes that happens, right, Jeff Burton? You can stall it leaving the stall.
Yeah, you can. You don't want to make that mistake. You get by with it early in the race, but late it's going to cost you. Bubba Wallace was leading the race. He chose the inside line.
Baltimore's already on 3rd down. Green flag. What a restart by Bubba. With no real push either. He just launched through that restart zone. Chastain around the outside, actually carrying some nice speed. Oh, big wreck in the back. Almirola, Alex Bowman. Ooh, they end up being the only 2 in it, it looks like. Almirola and Alex Bowman spin. They actually didn't even hit that hard. They hit each other a couple of times, spun, and 3rd and 3 for the Ravens. They got it into oh, never mind. Incomplete. It hit the ground. 4th down. Baltimore, please go for it. Somebody needs to win this game. Did you see the rushing touchdown Lamar had in the first quarter, Dylan? How sick it was? Nah, Tucker was short on a 60-yarder. You can't kick a 65-yarder now. You just go for it here. This could be the play that swings the game. As soon as this game's over, guys, you won't be looking at a black screen, I promise. And Baltimore calls timeout. Prolong our suffering. How'd this wreck start? 48 got loose in the middle between a couple of cars and came down on Almirola, and they spun. Harvick just barely made it through. Nobody touched the 48, I think. It was just he got loose. Got into the side of McDowell. Good thing he didn't cut a left rear on McDowell's car. Yeah, 70-20. I'd say that's scoregami, wouldn't you?
Right, a rookie driver is going to be, they're going to not like that at all. When a rookie driver pushes the issue, gets up the race track a little bit, car. So they go, hey, man, we're not going to race like that. We'll see later in the race if they come back to have a friendly conversation.
Steve, you pointed at the screen. Who's maybe the most...
4th and 3 for Baltimore. Please get it. And no, hey, that's interference. No flag. Colts take over. Looked like the defender was draped on his back from the angle we have. Yeah, that's interference. The Colts got away with one there. Are you shitting me? That's bullshit. Hook in the fucking arm, draped on his back. No flag. Colts take over. Give me a break. And the bullshit chant has broken out in Baltimore. Next score wins. We got a big run up the middle here. And they're right at field goal range. I don't think we ever have to worry about SVG getting the 48, Karen. Trackhouse, if SVG works out and lives up to the hype, Trackhouse will not let him walk. I'm trying to think in my head now who's going to get the 48 in the future. Nobody springs to mind just yet. Maybe Zane Smith. Maybe that seat looks real good for Zane Smith in a couple of years, since Zane's going to be a Chevy driver now. Can't believe they didn't throw a flag on that. Is it me or is the only quarterback playing really well right now in the NFL Tua? Everybody else is kind of eh. Tua for MVP 3 weeks into the season. And he didn't even finish the game today, and the Dolphins scored 70. 2-minute warning of overtime for the Colts and Ravens. All the 4 o'clock games are kicking off now. I got Panthers Seahawks on my Xbox. I'll just keep an eye on that periodically through the race. And that video screen on the backstretch at Texas is huge. I could like watch. They got an aerial shot coming around the front stretch. If you just sat right here, I could watch the race through the big screen looking through this camera. And this aerial shot is from like 100 yards across the street from the property at Texas Motor Speedway.
Rick walked here under his own power. You okay? And what happened?
Yeah, we had a loose wheel. Just stinks. It's kind of been the way our year's gone. Coming off of turn 2.
Let's be honest, Austin Dillon, loose wheel or not, you're just not having a good year.
I didn't really think it was a loose wheel, but it was really loose. Which
Dude, he almost took Truex out. I didn't realize that wheel came off right in front of Truex. Truex missed hitting the 3 car by about 6 or 7 inches.
I'm trying to stay positive the rest of the year and try and get a win with the Bass Pro Shop team.
Thanks, Austin. See you next week.
You can hear Austin here dealing with a little bit of a
Carolina has crazy stats this season, and none of them are good, right, Michael?
whether he could run the full distance today, considering the heat and how uncomfortable being in the car. Glad to see he's out talking to us.
Yeah, out and okay. After hitting that driver's side up in the wall. We've talked about how hot it is. You really got to
Still watching this damn Colts-Ravens game.
That have come out in droves. The sun beating down on them. We've heard the temperature feeling like it's about 108 degrees out there. Ambient temperature over 100 degrees right now.
God, the Colts are playing like total pussies, but I don't blame them. They just keep running the ball up the gut.
Great to see them here. They're tough. They're tough to sit
They're right at the Baltimore 35. And their kicker's last name is Gay. Literally, his last name is Gay. Meanwhile, 27 to go in stage 1 here. 2 quick cautions. Nothing really changed up front. Bubba appears to have the dominant car. Nails another good restart. You thought the inside was dominant with the Xfinity car. Oh, wait, whoa. Bubba might have missed a gear. So much for nailing the restart. But he's going to hold the lead anyway. Kyle Busch really cut Bubba a break there. It's really early in the race. I think late in the race, somebody would have pushed the issue there and put Bubba in a bad spot. But Kyle Busch cut him a break much to his own detriment. He's 3 wide in the middle, fam. We got another caution.
And another car
51 just spun out.
51, and so
Todd Gilliland driving the 51. The wheel came off. The wheel came off the 51. Another wheel.
Frustration you hear in the voice of Gilliland.
I hope that's just a coincidence today. 2 cars, 2 different teams. Wheel came off. All right, the Colts are lining up to kick this game winner. 53-yarder. And then I'll turn the leaderboard on, depending on what happens here. 53-yard attempt for the dub for Indianapolis. Right down the middle. Colts win. Matt Gay wins the game for the Colts. And the Ravens got fucking hosed because that was pass interference earlier. Hey, guys, I got a surprise for you. Ta-da! Hold on, I got to fix the size of the screen so you can see more of the leaderboard. I forgot to do that earlier. Colts win. And Steelers have a hilarious game tonight against the Raiders, which I will be streaming, in case you're wondering.
Well, if they were able to continue,
I will be streaming tonight.
The big thing is he's going to lose a couple crew members under suspension. That's been adjusted. So in pass, as you see the wheel nut bouncing off the pit wall and coming back across. So last year it was kind of a
look. We're on. You got a leaderboard to look at.
Where now there's a during event part of it as well. If the wheel stays on pit road, the penalty is much less severe than just tail end of the longest line because they assume you're trying to do the right thing. But if you carry a loose wheel onto the racetrack and it comes off the racetrack,
that was an exciting last hour of the 1 o'clock games on NFL Red Zone. Man, I love football.
Left side's like the jack gets dropped before the tire changer gets the wheel tight, but on the right side,
Mossing DK. Oh, I couldn't hang on.
And Steve, one of the other issues that they're going to have.
Obviously, I hope the Panthers get their shit kicked in. The Saints blew a 3-score lead. I need the Panthers to lose to really make me feel better.
They normally would hook to the wheel.
Because Desmond Ridder
Have
sucks.
a wheel in the back. If you hook to the front, does it drag along where that wheel should have been on the back?
oh yeah, you're going to drag some stuff off. I mean, you don't want to lose a wheel on the racetrack. It's definitely not good. The big question mark is their day over? As you see the driver out of the car, their day's over, right? They lost a wheel, but that caused them to spin out and wreck. This isn't just a flat tire situation. Their car's sitting on the frame rail. So Todd Gilliland wants to be it's not up to the crew. There was some confusion earlier a race or two ago about Truex that he got pulled back to the garage when he wanted to come to. This isn't up to the team. NASCAR decides whether you are wrecked and you are out of.
I kind of forgot that Gilliland has a handful of races he has to drive the 51 in. Gilliland is full-time this year in the 38 and 51. He'll be full-time all in the 38 next year because Zane Smith is going to Spire.
The wheel comes off. He goes around.
Oh, my God, guys. Taylor Swift's at the Chiefs game sitting with Kelsey's mom. Isn't that great? I bet you totally care that those two may or may not be fucking. Excuse me. I love that Taylor Swift and Kelsey's shit is like actual like making headlines on football shows. Like, who gives a fuck? I like Taylor Swift. I don't really care much for Kelsey because he's kind of a douchebag. And why isn't Iron Maiden or Metallica playing the Super Bowl halftime show? God damn it, I need answers. $70-20. Starting to think the Broncos should have hired Rex Ryan for their defensive coordinator job. He's been out of the game for a bit, but he's pretty salty he didn't get the job, so he's been mercilessly mocking how bad Denver's defense is. Shout out to Barry McCockett. I talk about him every week. He said, Justin Fields has that look in his eye today. 140 yards passing, baby, coming up. He's going to go off today. He might hit 150 yards today, baby.
To the wheel and how it is supposed to be installed. So we're going to take our wheel gun, spin the nut off. As the wheel comes off, the nut itself stays.
Cardinals are up on the Cowboys early. It's early. Oh, but Trayvon Diggs can't play. Cowboys should still beat the Cardinals by at least 30.
The wheel nut is installed correctly and over that locking mechanism far enough. So when the wheel gets put on.
So what? We went from 40 to 43 green flag laps, and now we can't complete a lap.
All the way onto the pin, and then the tire changer comes in, tightens the wheel up. Your port then tightens it all the way over the locking mechanism. In these situations, either the jack is getting dropped on the right side too soon, and the weight is on the wheel not allowing it to be tightened up, or the tire changer just isn't pulling it up far enough. Either way, wheels coming off the cars here in Texas.
2 mistakes already on pit road, the 3 and
Bubba not as good on this restart. Ross is more even with him, but that inside line should prevail. Oh, Busher throwing a block on Larson, almost got turned. Checks up the bottom line.
stopping the 5 of Larson.
And yeah, Bubba's gripping the bottom. A little faster car than Ross. Clears him. They've got a big gap back to third. This is going to be worse than the Xfinity race. Oh, Larson and Hamlin right on each other in the middle of 3 and 4. Hamlin gives way to Larson. A lot of guys making smart moves early. You saw Hamlin there, and you saw Kyle Busch on the previous restart.
He drops back.
A little give and take early. Busher again blocking Larson into turn 1. Oh, Kyle Busch. Hang on, buddy. Kyle's waving his hand. He's got a problem. I think Kyle's trying to get down and get to the pits. He's waving his hand like crazy. Right front tire going down on the 8. I hope he makes it to the pits. Here he is. Oh, no, he didn't pit. What the hell? I thought he was waving to pit.
Running third.
Maybe it's just a vibration in the right front and he got spooked. If it was going to blow, I wish it was while Hamlin was going around his outside there. That would have been nice. That right front looks up to me from Reddick's onboard camera. I hope it's nothing, because I'm kind of pulling for Kyle to go deep in the playoffs.
Maybe just got up out of the groove into the dirty part of the racetrack, and it gave him a sensation.
Junior's probably right. He did run pretty wide. Probably got a lot of dirt on the tires.
Making good lap time, making good corners.
Well, Junior, you mentioned it. He was way
Byron up to 9th. That's a big improvement from where he was.
He just said, now I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. It doesn't feel right.
Y'all remember yesterday, Justin Allgaier dominated the Xfinity race?
I know Junior remembers Allgaier dominating and not winning yesterday. It probably tore his soul out of his body.
Wasn't comfortable with the car. Maybe another issue like that where the tires just weren't clean under the caution. He gets up the racetrack, gets some debris on the tires. Seems like he's settled in now.
Yeah, you heard on the radio, went up the racetrack, the track just wasn't ready. And that's what that is. It's your tires are hot, picks up that debris, and that
What can they do to make this track worth fucking racing at?
to get that debris off. That'll get better as this racetrack gets run on. The more people run in that high groove, the more the track will get cleaned
I'd say just add a new layer of asphalt over where they fucked the track up with the PJ1. I think it's as simple as that.
Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Brad Keselowski,
Am I wrong?
Jones, the top 10.
Maybe put resin in the bottom groove. Just the resin, not the PJ1, because the PJ1 ruined this track and stained it and fucked it up. Put some resin on the bottom groove and add a fresh layer of asphalt to the outer groove where the PJ1 fucked up the track. And you might get a wider racetrack. Guys probably run the bottom in the resin and want to run the top on the fresh asphalt.
It's been a while since he's been in an incident on track. You know, for a while we couldn't have a race. We didn't talk about him. He's cleaned all that up, and he has recognized, and he's talked about it, he's recognized the importance of earning points, the importance of, if you can run fifth, try to run fourth. Don't try to win. Don't try to overextend yourself. You're going to have to do that from time to time.
We're 65 laps in, and Ross is running top 3. Suarez is no longer in the top 10. I don't know what happened to him.
Bubba Wallace is just those laps 16 from his first playoff point of the year. Crazy to think, but talking to Moody Barker this morning, he said we need those playoff points. We need stage points as well. A much better restart. start that time, Bubba said, I just messed up the entry. It's a game of inches here at Texas today, Kim, no doubt about it, and also control.
Let that clean air do the work for you, Bubba. We're cruising today.
And how important they are specifically to this one team of Ross Chastain. That has kind of been their Achilles heel this season, and crew chief Bill Sturgeon told me that was the goal for this race, and it all started with qualifying. They've been working on their qualifying effort recently. It paid off this weekend. He had a 5th place starting position. He has taken advantage of that track position. He currently runs in the 2nd position. Dave right now just building a little free on that Chevrolet.
Joey Logano was on pit road. Some adjustments can.
Hey, it's that guy that got eliminated last week. God, Joey Logano's running 29th.
When he came to pit road and then
This is one of his best racetracks historically.
caused a little bit of damage on the right front of the 22 car, and they repaired that. But there's the adjustment being made. This car was very ill.
I like that new AAA paint scheme he's got. That's nice.
Yeah, Logano has not been flirting with the top 20 position since the start of this race, currently running 29.
Whatever it is, it seems to be a team.
I keep seeing Andy Dalton in the Panthers game, and I think it's Sam Darnold.
5th, Blaney 24th. So those cars just
Making a
don't seem to
3-mile
have
super.
the best
We
of
don't
the
need another
camp.
super speedway.
Would technically be the Wood Brothers entry.
All you got to do is copy Homestead.
So best in class at the moment.
Make Texas a quad oval Homestead.
Bubba Wallace putting a little more distance between himself. and
This configuration is
Chastain
not
is
working,
about
and it's
half a
not
second
safe to race
behind
on. But do not copy Atlanta. Do not make it a super speedway. We don't need another super speedway. We got plenty.
It just looks like it is because the top 9 cars are all playoff cars. The only one in the top 10 who isn't Eric
Lap
Jones,
69,
but
nice.
just behind him, Truex and Bell.
Bubba not pulling away this time. Ross is within half a second of
11
him.
playoff cars inside the top 12. Blaney's still struggling back at 24th.
Right now, Ross Chastain entering the race was the first car that was below the cut line. As he is running, he's 9 points above with the 45 of Tyler Reddick now, the first car below the cut line.
The drivers, I know we talked a lot about the heat for the guys behind the wheel, but you have to think about these pit crews. We've seen 2 wheels come off already.
As they run, the bottom 4 is Reddick by 2, Keselowski by 14, Bell by 16, Blaney by 36 as they run. This is with Bubba Wallace leading the race. And here's Hamlin and Larson racing together, this time for 4th. Larson kind of protecting the bottom, throws a block. Larson went shallow into the corner, then blocked Denny's entry.
Larson moved down on the back straightaway, almost like
Denny's not comfortable running the top just yet. I don't think anybody is, not even in 3 and 4 where it's most likely you could do it. He was not going to let Hamlin go. He was taking the bottom line away. He knows Hamlin could only pass him on the bottom right now. The outside of 3 and 4 ain't come in. Kyle Busch running wide again in turn 2. 8 car again. Oh, he lost a lot of speed off the corner.
still struggling, trying to figure out what's going on with that car. Dave.
Making Keselowski go to his outside. Brad backs off. Like I said, well, speed through the center of the corner. Brad might have to make this pass on the outside whether he wants to or not.
Since then, Kyle has radioed back. The right front just feels like it doesn't have air in it. It's chattering. He's asked to hang in there for a few more laps.
So his right front tire's still chattering.
You're asked to hang in there and you know there's something wrong. That's tough.
Hey, look, Legacy Motor Club yet again. Eric Jones 10th, host of our 13th. Tell me about how poor Noah was just a victim of their badness. Oh, yeah, it's just a big coincidence that as soon as Noah fucks off, that entire team improved their stuff. The whole operation got better as soon as he left. Oh, Kyle Busch just spun. Backed into the wall hard. That's a concussion.
Hard contact with the back of the car. The caution comes
Driver's
out
side,
with
left
under
rear,
7
hard into the
to go
wall.
in the stage.
Tire finally went. I'm going to bet that the tire finally just went
There
down.
was something wrong with the car.
All the
He
implications.
had gone up the racetrack a few times.
Put dirt on it, world's biggest dirt track. You know what? Anything be better than this. Although, basically, if you get out of the bottom 2 lanes in 1 and 2, you're on a dirt track. You're basically racing on a dirt track with slick tires. I do like how the back of the car pushed in a lot more. And Kyle, he's going to back it all the way around the pits. We've seen him do this before. If he whips it around, the tires will be completely flat and he'll get stuck. He's going to back it all the way around. At least get it to as close as pit road as possible.
He's trying to do minimal damage to the car by
We're probably going to have a, what, 2-lap sprint, 1-lap sprint for the stage win, I think. Yeah, Kyle, we see that. It's killed. He's making a lot of ground on the bottom. Driving backwards.
Coming up on turn 3.
He's got a fucking push truck following him.
You see the safety vehicle actually chasing him.
Same truck's like, come back here, you. I know he's at slow speed, but that's pretty impressive. He's doing an entire lap in reverse. And Kyle Busch just does this because it's easy for him.
But a good sign that the car did fold up and absorb some of that impact. But because of that, you see with the result.
Ooh, the Lions play the Packers. We got to go Thursday night game this week, guys.
Keep this car going. They got to be on the damaged vehicle policy. For right now, they've entered the yellow line. 7 minutes is all they have to try to make something out of this. Now,
Kyle Busch has successfully backed down pit road all the way to his pit box. Can he nail the pit entry? The backwards pit entry. Can he nail it? Well, he went a little too far. Push him, push him, push him, push him. That was really impressive. Kurt Busch is chuckling. He was on somebody's pit box.
The back of the car just like it steps out. Right there,
I don't
really
think
early.
the tire didn't go. He just got loose.
Definitely like this car was suffering some sort of an issue. And I know we tried to point to many reasons why the balance would be affected the way it was, why he may be feeling the things that he was feeling. I would absolutely, if I was Kyle Busch, want to know how much of the air is in that right front tire right now.
Stay low. Stay low.
He was adamant that there was an issue. I would certainly want to be checking that out, but such an unfortunate ending to his day. Just as we were getting toward the end of stage 1, going to have an opportunity to come pit road, make the adjustments on this car to get the handling better.
That's a great point, Junior. A few more laps and he finishes the stage and they put tires on it and go on and run the rest of the race. And instead, whatever happened, happened, and now he's in big trouble.
And this brings us to a very interesting situation because with 5 laps to go on the stage, could you stay out and get points? Do you want to come get tires? And you see that reason.
My friend Alex just texted me. He's a diehard Broncos fan. He texted me, what in the ungodly fuck? I think he was working today, so he couldn't see most of the Broncos game. So I was getting his reaction there. Larson pits here. Maybe pit here, stay out at the end of the stage. That's not a bad idea.
There was debate on whether or not they should bring Ross Chastain.
Now this is going to ruin the race for Bubba because I think they got to stay out here and chase the point. Oh, no, he pitted. I didn't even see who pitted. Hey, it's a good call, pit there. Whoa, clusterfuck at the end of pit road. Truex takes 2 tires and wins the race off pit road. Did anybody stay out? Oh, Denny Hamlin's got a big hole in the side of his car. Ty Gibbs and Hamlin ran into each other coming out of the pits. Oh, the implication. I told you pit road and the first half lap after a restart is the only excitement you're getting today.
Heavy damage, and that was contact with the left front right here.
Gibbs out of his box. Hamlin takes a sharp turn to get around the 2 and didn't see. Yeah, Ty Gibbs should have pulled over. What's he doing? Ty had a whole lane to his outside and stayed there, and Hamlin ran into him. That was worse than I thought at first. It's got a big-ass hole in the side of Denny's car. I'm thirsty. I'll be right back. I'm back. Ty Gibbs going to the garage. I think the toe link's broken in the left front. Actually, it's the right front, but there's damage on the left front, too.
You've got plenty of drivers out there that stayed out. They're choosing right now inside, outside. Mark Truex Jr. is the first car off of pit road with tires. He's 10th.
So overall, this should be okay for the guys that pitted, but this is going to suck for a lap or two here because Reddick, Busher, Bell, Byron, McDowell, Elliott, Blaney, Briscoe stayed out. Truex and Bubba 9th and 10th are the first two that pitted. So this is going to the battle from about 8th on back is going to determine who's leading at the start of stage 2. It sucks that the 23 had to give up all those points, but they're thinking they can win this race. The 23 is fast enough to win this race.
These guys are going to be right in the hornet's nest. Yeah, you're Blaney. That's the worst case scenario.
So it sucks to get screwed by that yellow and be put in a tight spot. Either give up the points or give up the track position. They chose to give up the points because they think they can win.
And the damage for Denny Hamlin, he was livid, by the way, on the radio with Ty Gibbs and what happened on
poor Denny.
on the right side. And quote from Chris Gabehart, that door repair is going to be a project for us. Steering wheel is fairly straight, though, for the 11. That is the one piece of good news.
So, yeah, steering straight on Denny, but they're going to have to take a bit to fix that door when they get a chance. But they stay out here because they want the stage caution's a lengthy caution, so if they can just run a lap here. It's a one-lap sprint. Don't even know why we're dropping the green.
It'll be a sprint to the end of stage 1. See the damage.
One lap. 4 playoff drivers up front who stayed out here to get the points. This could be messy. It's only one lap, but William Byron really didn't get going there. He'll chase Elliott, dude. He's stacking up that whole bottom line. Bubba, go to the bottom. He couldn't quite get there. 14 got to his inside. Reddick pulls away with the lead. Busher leaning on Bell for second. Zoom that camera in. Tyler Reddick wins stage 1. And the leader for stage 2 will be Bubba, I think. Did he beat Larson to the line? Truex just got... Oh, man, Truex is wrecking. Dude, Truex can't catch a break. So Bubba Wallace will be the leader again. Denny's going to have to pit for that damage. So Bubba should cycle back through the lead for stage 2. And Truex has some damage.
He's got flat tires. This is going to do some damage to the bottom of this race car, Steve.
Yeah, this is definitely going to drag.
Dude, Truex can't catch a break. And Talladega's next. Did Brad get a piece of that? So this is at the stage ends and a bunch of cars check up and Jones plows into the back of Brad, sends him into Truex and spins him around. Well off into turn 1. Why do you not lift at the start-finish line? As soon as you hit start-finish, lift.
Unusually hard right around 10th spot.
Start-finish line, lift. Fucking 43 just stayed in it. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Somehow that was actually exciting. The quality of racing for actual positions up front on track's pretty bad, but a lot happened there. Kyle Busch wrecked, Truex got damaged, Hamlin's got damage, Brad may have got some damage. Bubba should cycle through the lead here. I'm getting out of this chair for a minute.
Stage 1 ends, and it was total chaos at Texas Motor Speedway to start the round of 12. The second round
Chaos,
of
the only crutch Texas
Reddick
Motor
got
Speedway
the
has.
Stage 1 win, and now we're seeing
Wow, Reddick and Buscher stayed out. A lot of those guys stayed out. Bell and Byron pitted.
we saw Reddick stay
But a lot of guys, I thought for sure they'd have to pit.
Surprises me because he stayed out to win the
This is
stage.
weird.
And let's go down to Kim.
I thought it was easy. If they'd pit, Bubba'd cycle through the front. I guess not. That just shows you how important clean air is. Doesn't matter what your car's like. Just get out front. You can't be beat here. No matter what generation of car you're driving, get out front. You'll win at Texas. Ask Austin Dillon a couple years ago. He sucks, and he just parked it out front.
And here's why. I think we were
On a tire strategy.
expecting Byron to pit and Bell to pit, but Reddick and Buscher, who stayed on the racetrack, they were last on pit road at lap 38, so they can't run a whole lot further in fuel. The whole key is they must feel they can run far enough in this next stage to pit under green and then make it to the end of that.
They're
stage
thinking
on a
these
fast
caution
fuel.
laps are going to get them in the
Road trip
window.
wreck. They're trying to time their
That's
stops.
right. Get the stops just right, grab your snacks and drink, and we'll be back for the start of stage 2.
I'm surprised that Denny stayed out. He did not pit there. Stubborn they are. Stubborn they are. I don't know why I said it like Yoda. Texas.
Brought to you by Sonic. $2.99 Buffalo Chicken Dip Bites for limited time only at Sonic. And by Toyota. Let's go play.
Oh, Dylan, Metallica, they're diehard Raiders fans. James Hetfield in particular, who was in that commercial, diehard Raiders fan. Bleed silver and black.
Of Kyle Busch, his car in the garage. Dave.
He was a Raiders. I don't know if he still is. He was a Raiders season ticket holder his whole fucking life.
We talked about how tough round one was for this group.
Matter of fact, I forgot I was going to post to Facebook this morning. Metallica showed up. The last time the Raiders were in the AFC Championship game, they beat the Titans to go to the Super Bowl. And that morning, Metallica showed up to the parking lot and played in the parking lot for about 40, 45 minutes. They tailgated with Raiders fans and played a surprise concert. And that show's on YouTube. It's really cool.
Meanwhile, for his teammate Martin Truex Jr., they say the damage underneath the car not nearly as bad as they thought it would be. So Truex back out on the racetrack. We'll see how that car is.
This race has turned into a wild event, and it was last year as well. 16 cautions last year. That was a track record.
5 already.
I knew track record. All right, stage 2. I'd say the best cars mired in about 8th place here. Pretty even start up at the front with Reddick and Busher.
Big push from Michael McDowell in the 34.
What's Chase Briscoe doing up here? He doesn't belong. Oh, Bubba. Bubba tried to force his way to the bottom, and Larson filled the gap. That was close. Bubba's going to clear Larson off of 2 and then get down to the bottom here. Shove Denny, Bob Briscoe, and start trying to pick him off if you can. Everybody's protecting the bottom like crazy going into turn 3. So weird to see that. You're used to seeing guys arc a corner. Everybody's entering shallow just to stay on the bottom of 3 where there's grip.
Bubba Wallace, we know back there with fresher tires when he gets up here.
They did bring a new right side tire to this race. It's too early to tell if it's going to make a difference. Oh, Blaney and look at Blaney and Briscoe. Briscoe must have gotten the good straw at SHR this week. He's got the good car. There's only one good Stewart-Haas car per week usually on these bigger racetracks. Briscoe must have gotten it this week. Harvick certainly didn't get it last week. They're still side by side, these two fucking idiots. You're getting in my way.
And again, Blaney cannot clear Briscoe. Briscoe holding tough on the outside as Denny Hamlin still waiting for an
side drafting the shit out of each other. Bubba lost some momentum there off of 4. Let Ross get to his inside. That's not good. Oh, don't cut away from that. Ross was washing up under Bubba, and I was getting really scared as they were coming to the exit of 2. That is annoying. Briscoe is being a nuisance. That hole in the side of Denny's car don't seem to be hurting him that bad. Maybe dirty air's the equalizer because all these cars are running behind other cars, and he's among them. We know Denny's got a good car. It's just a big fucking hole in the side.
Briscoe told me this morning that he was happy with his car in practice. Qualifying, he described it as horrible. The car absolutely drove horrible, but in race trim, he felt really good about it.
Larson, big run through 4 to pass Briscoe here.
Larson so fast through the center of the turn. Closing race was able to clear Briscoe as they exited 4.
I think Briscoe had a little issue there at the top of the racetrack. He's back to the bottom here trying to settle in.
Briscoe was taking advantage of that higher line. It's not helping him now as we see Reddick pulling away with these older tires.
Older tires and less fuel.
Older tires, less fuel, and clean air.
That they have down on pit road. I think he can run to about lap 150. You see 54 laps, but so many of those are yellow. 25 laps of yellow. That saves you a lot of fuel. You can run basically 2.5 laps of yellow to every 1 lap of green. What that math means is around lap 115, 118, I expect to see the 45 come to pit road with McDowell and Busher all in tow at about the same time.
Panthers and Seahawks are playing a boring game. Are there any good games in this 4 o'clock window?
20, 25 more before green flag cycle starts.
Okay. 20 or 25 more. I feel better about my math. I appreciate that.
Confirming your numbers. And another driver who is out. Would love to know what was happening on pit road. There's Ty Gibbs with Dave.
Yeah, collision with his teammate. Ty, what information were you getting and what did you see exiting pit road?
Yeah, we had a really fast monster actually for interstate batteries. Toyota Camry. I was very happy of our speed that we gained. This is a place where I struggled. Just right out the room there. My fault,
Ty Gibbs fell asleep at the wheel, leaving the pits.
just gotta keep going and keep fighting. I feel like we bring really great cars to the track every week, and
This Larson and Hamlin battle's been going on all day.
He did say my fault, and that's sometimes the way it is, guys.
Yeah, unfortunate for Ty Gibbs out of the race early. 44 starts.
I think he does things that impress us so much we forget just how young he is in his career. I would expect him, the driver right there, that FedEx Toyota, Denny Hamlin, it'd be very important. If I was an executive, Joe Gibbs, I would just make sure we go over the video, we have a conversation. So A, there's no hard feelings, and B, Ty can learn if he needs to learn. And Hamlin knows probably what he thinks he should have been doing. I think this is some good coaching from a veteran driver during the week.
if Denny can get around this 12 car, we saw him.
Everybody's making it tough into 3, blocking that bottom. Blaney's car's a little unstable. Denny's just carrying a lot of speed through the center.
He can make the pass and clear down this front straightaway. What a great call.
Damage is not hurting Hamlin. They chose to stay out, and it's paying off.
Pace whatsoever, decided to stay out, and they've hung in there pretty decent. It shows you the importance of track position and the lack of importance in new tires.
And I'm also watching the 11 to see if the damage to the right side is providing any kind of an issue balance-wise with his car. So far, it doesn't look like it's affecting him any. Okay. So he's talking about drag there, so the body not as sleek as it once was. They may opt to put some tape or somehow smooth.
Yeah, Michael McDowell drove the race of his life at Bristol last week. Got eliminated, and he shows up here at Texas. He's running second. Thus is the way of NASCAR. Yeah, there was rain in the forecast today, and it all appears to be staying away.
But not as much as losing track position. So the only way I would fix it if I'm Gabe Hart in this 11 team would be if I lost track position, maybe I would take a little extra time. But I don't think I would give up my track position to do it. As we see, the 23 of Bubba Wallace currently in.
Bubba's struggling a little bit here in traffic. I'm a little concerned about the balance of that car now. Kyle Busch interview. This will be good.
Even a moment that it was just debris on your tires that you were feeling.
I have no idea. It felt really good when we came up with pit road after that green flag stop. The car had good grip in it. And then we had those couple of yellows back to back, and I restarted on the outside, and I felt like I had a flat right front. Was going to come to pit road, and I second guessed it and said, I don't think so, man. It's just something's wrong. Something's not right, but it's not a flat. And just all on its own. Just turning to the bottom of the racetrack in turn 1 and just swapped ends on me. So that's the rear, not the front, not having grip, so I just don't know. But I hate it for everybody on this 3T Chevrolet. I felt like our car was for sure a top 5, top 10 car today. And it seems like every time I try, something happens. I crash
Chase Elliott. Larson just passed Elliott around the outside into turn 1. That was weird looking.
I got up in the high side and I was like, you know what, I just need to just stop and just run the bottom, just make laps here, finish this stage, and it swaps end on me. So I don't know what to do. Somebody wants to tell me what to do. I'm all ears.
Well, I do know that Kyle Petty and Brad Doherty in the pre-race show thought that Kyle Busch would be out after this round.
Bubba's trying to make a pass on Briscoe here. He was falling back towards the 43. Now he's passing the 14. Kind of screwed up the corner entry there. Better get back to the bottom. Here comes that 43. Couldn't get there. See, 43's faster than both of them. I knew he was coming. A little better in traffic.
Eric Jones and his team continue to impress. They have done a really nice job the last several months. No changes in that team, just using their tools better.
Ryan Preece going for 11th.
Bubba Wallace, who gave up the track position toward the end of stage 1.
Looking like it was the wrong call for the 23. I thought for sure it was the right call, but I just completely blanked on those caution laps, helping the guys who stayed out get to the window to make it on one stop in stage 2 like everybody else. They just have to pit a little sooner. So I'm surprised here. That obviously caught them off guard like it caught me off guard. I said coming into the playoffs it'd be 5, 11, 19, 24. But, yeah, I did say if you go back and listen to Cowboys podcast, Double Foul, I said before Darlington, and then I said again after Darlington, I was like, Reddick has Final Four speed. They just got to execute because they don't finish races. He fucks it up, and the crew fucks it up just as often as he does. If the 45 finishes every race where they should, they've got Final Four speed. They can make it. The fastest cars in the playoffs have been Hamlin, Larson, and Reddick. They've definitely been the best cars. And that's translating into today, because Hamlin, even with damage, is pretty damn fast. He's up to third. And Larson's top 5. So once again, Reddick, Larson, Hamlin, by far the best car. And Buescher's right there. I don't want to count Buescher out. He's not had quite as much speed as them, but he finishes right there with them. Let's say the Cardinals scored another touchdown. Lol. Larson passes Buescher around the outside of 2. Larson making passes around the outside of 1 and 2. Shows you how good his car is. Looking very Justin Allgaier-ish from yesterday. He had the best car. He could pass guys around the outside easier than anyone. Because that's a struggle here. Now the 43 looks like he's slowing up, Bubba. He's racing with Ross for position. Bubba kind of run up on them both. They must have lost some momentum somewhere. Man, if you don't have track position, you're just fucked. No matter how good your car is. We saw how fast Bubba was at the front. You just don't have track position, you're screwed. Because look at where McDowell and Reddick are. They didn't have track position. Now they're handedly leading this race. Although Hamlin's cutting into that lead. Yeah, Hamlin just passed McDowell right as I said that. He was cutting into the gap, and he passed him. Still got 3.5 seconds to go to catch Reddick. At least Texas won't be a playoff race next year. Apparently Texas is going to be in March or April.
Las Vegas, TJ Watt and the Steelers face Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm going to call that game the offensively challenged Steelers versus Raiders.
On NBC and Peacock. By the way, it's only about 80 degrees in Vegas right now compared to the over.
Damn, nice cool day in Vegas. Hot as fuck in Texas. Just like when I was there over a month ago. It was hotter than hell. Touchdown Chiefs. They're up 14-0 on the Bears. Pretend you're shocked. Okay. Next commercial, I got to get some food. I'm hungry. I think I'm hungry.
Well, and I don't know if it'll be sooner than everyone else, because when the leader comes and bolts on 4 fresh tires, you have to ask yourself how long you're willing to stay out.
This was a brilliant strategy play by Reddick and McDowell, especially Reddick. Shows you how fast 45 is. Oh, Corey LaJoy spun off turn 2. We got a yellow. Now everybody's going to pit together here. This will be the stop for the stage. Yeah, they're in the window. Are you going to come? I think they're coming. Pause. Damn.
If you ever want to see what a right rear crush panel looks like in a new next-gen car, you just got to see one.
7's all tore up, and the right rear tire's shredding the rear end right now.
Some of those parts, he mentioned the wheel hub.
Talked all day about 1 and 2 being slicks, like Corey's just out of the groove.
When's the last time? I haven't watched the Eric Estep video in forever. They said out of the groove, and it made me think of that. We have a caution.
You see it popped right there.
That's exactly right, Jeff. I saw the same thing. So it looks up, and then there's the right rear going flat. So that tells me that he definitely...
Enough is happening to make this race compelling. I'm not totally bored. And we're coming up on halfway soon. Thank God this race ain't 500 miles.
You can find good speed in, but right outside of that, it's almost shiny. The racetrack up in the 3rd, 4th groove, and the drivers tell you that's nowhere you want to be. Zero grip.
Look at this car. It is ripped to the right rear quarter panel. Steve, you mentioned all the crush panels ripped out of it. Tires probably wrapped around inside of there. It just does all kinds of damage. That thing's whipping around. That rubber's heavy.
What about like brake lines and things?
Look at the fucking hole in the right rear of the 7.
There was a race here, and they had a
Starts to come, and then he spins out.
left rear tire on the front straightaway driving for the Wood brothers, and the tire whipped around and caught him in the shoulder. It was, and I remember him getting out of the car in the garage area. Looked like he was on fire. He was in so much pain from that. So it can do a lot of damage and even get inside the cockpit of the car at times.
This also is a concern, just making sure that he's not, you know, if they do get it back on track, that he's not exposed to fumes, etc.
Pit road's still not
The
open.
wheel tub coming out, which is one of the interior parts around that wheel.
This kind of presents an interesting opportunity for the rest of the field. 53 to go. Everybody's going to be coming to pit road, but what you do on pit road is going to be different for each guy. Reddick needs quite a bit of fuel, so it's going to be 4 tires for sure. They might even need to wait on fuel because they're probably going to need 17-ish gallons. Marty, what are you hearing about the 11?
Boy, Steve, you got to give a tip of the cap to Chris Gabehart to leave his driver, Denny Hamlin, on the racetrack with all of that right side damage right there. And even with that, he was turning top 3 lap times out there. The gamble paid off. Hamlin sits in second, and now after these stops, should be on par with everybody else in terms of the stops, Kim.
And on this end of pit road, William Byron making a stop. He actually had a vibration that started at lap 96. They did feel like they got the lugs all tight. He just running in tight condition for Christopher Bell. They were calling Burger King. That was going to be their
Burger
play here.
King.
So Burger King for the 20 of Christopher Bell.
Well, Bell's back at 25th after pitting. Remember, at the end of the stage, we saw Reddick stay out, Bell and Byron come to pit road. So here's the situation. Forget tires for a minute. Let's just talk about how much fuel you need. Reddick needs a lot. He was last on pit road at lap 38, so that means he's going to be sitting in this pit stall for quite some time putting fuel in his car. If you're Byron, you pitted, you restarted in the mid-20s, guess what? You're still in the mid-20s. You're going nowhere. I'm sure the car is as good as it was when it was up front. So will they try gas only? Will they try 2 tires? I think you're going to see a real myriad of opportunity up and down pit road. We're going to see long pit stops. It wouldn't shock me if Reddick, McDowell, and Buscher lose some track position with slow stops, but that's not the pit crew's fault. That's purely the amount of fuel they need. I say all this because we saw the 11 and 54 already hit each other. You wait until you get gases and 2 tires and 4 tires. And
So I'm looking at the work schedule for this week, and it makes sense
Pit road was closed there.
because I'm the stocker, and there's literally nothing to stock because it's inventory this week. I'm not on the schedule this week, and if they keep it that way, I am okay. Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm off this week. I'm already scheduled for the week after. Like the week after, when inventory's over, my schedule's back to normal. I'm looking at it in the app right now, but as of now, I'm off this week, and oh my god, if it could just stay that way. Now, if he offers me hours, I'll take them, because I'm not going to turn down money, but hey, if I'm not scheduled, I don't really care.
Drew and I had the conversation. We heard Marty report they ran that 1 lap to kind of check how their car was. They liked it, so they stayed out.
I did get a few extra hours this week because I worked Monday and Saturday, so he took care of me on that. I didn't want to work Monday, and I damn sure didn't want to work Saturday, but I did it.
The right side jack post has an issue. That's really the only thing we don't know about this 11 car. I would probably have a conversation with my jack man just to make sure he takes an extra 1 or 2 tenths of a second to make sure everything he's jacking against is securely fastened to the car.
And they kept pit road closed again as we take a look. Bubba Wallace on pole for the start of this race. We look at the playoff driver issues. 20, a slow stop. They don't get the jack up on the left side.
Well, it starts with a slow pit stop for the 20. That cost him time on the racetrack, and then issues on the racetrack. The 8 of Kyle Busch in the middle of 1 and 2 spins out really all on his own. Heavy damage out of the race.
More problems on pit road. Teammates making contact. 54 coming down pit road. Denny exits.
How have they not gone to commercial under this caution? I'm trying to go get some damn food, bro.
Gibbs is out of the race, so you see that damage right now Denny's dealing with.
Yeah, the stage end comes, everybody slows down. Well, not everybody. Some people slowed down, and others didn't. Mark Truex got turned around. A little bit of damage to the diffuser. Doesn't seem to be too bad. Still has decent pace.
Now with 51 laps to go, what I've seen is that, there are good and bad cars, but cars that cycle to the front have the
Cars that get out front lead the fucking race and stay there. So it really doesn't matter how good or bad your car is. Get me out front.
I'm really looking at, minimal time on pit road. Best way to kind of manage the fuel. So it looks
I think
like
pit road's open this time.
is green. The best I can
Thank
tell.
God I can get some fucking food. I've been sitting here watching them ride under caution, not go to commercial, and not open pit road. I want to see pit stops and then get my food.
To the end of the stage, but it'll be a variety of choices. Dave.
Kyle Larson last minute on lap 76, so he may have the 2-tire option, although we see 4 waiting there for him. They're going to frame up a little bit. As for Tyler Reddick, they're going to put 4 Goodyear tires on there, give him a little adjustment as well. He's got to watch out for Chase Briscoe running 14th, who'll pit around him.
Dave, speaking of that right side,
4 tires and waiting on fuel for Reddick. That's a pretty slow-ish stop.
no handling complaints, which is
The
just
race off
great.
pit road is going to go to Ryan Blaney.
Some calls here on pit road. Ryan Blaney.
I do believe it's Ryan Blaney.
Bubba Wallace among them. 4 tires and fuel though for Hamlin.
Ryan Blaney
no
and
changes
Bubba
occurred
Wallace.
to that car.
As many cars that were on pit road, it looks as though the chaos wasn't the topic there at that time coming off. Well, heavy hearts this week for all the NASCAR family as we lost.
Hey, Danica, are you happy now?
When you talk about people in the world making,
I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab some food. Okay, I have acquired food. And my Paramount Plus just froze where I'm trying to watch the sort of watch the Panthers Seahawks game. Not that interested in it. For a second, Dylan, I thought you said Michael Jackson. I misread your message. Oh, God.
App of NASCAR Tracks has the latest race and event information from your favorite tracks. Search NASCAR Tracks in the App Store to download for free. You can start using that today. NASCAR Cup Series playoffs from Texas. Auto Trader Auto Park Automotive 400.
Circled that 124, which is solid. 60 degrees more than I would want it in there, but once it gets over 100, I mean, is it just hot? Like, it's just got to be miserably hot for these guys riding around under yellow.
Hunt Brothers giving us that opportunity to see.
Shout out to Hunt Brothers and their shitty pizza.
Side of Kevin Harvick's car. Kevin retiring at the end of the year.
If only their pizza was as good as that onboard
He won't
camera.
miss being inside of a 124-degree car.
He ain't going to miss Texas Motor Speedway, period. I promise you.
NASCAR's done a really good
So
job.
Bubba did win the race off pit road there. I thought it was Blaney. It was Bubba.
Cars, but this next gen cars had a lot of improvements. See the variety of
So let's go, Bubba. Let's lead every lap.
on the left side.
Only got 148 to go, man. Let's go.
Tail of the
Wallace and Ryan Blaney, buddies off the track, make up row 1. As back to racing for 47.
Hocevar up here again for the second week in a row. Top 10 Carson Hocevar.
Wallace looking very strong as it's 3 wide behind him. Denny Hamlin now trying to find
Suarez top 5.
Well, the 5-car slides up across the racetrack, loses the nose. Up off the corner. Well, Suarez right there in that 99 car, the orange car. He just immediately went to the bottom.
And when a 2311 car gets out front, they're gone.
The 11 car, he lost the bottom, and that allowed Larson to get underneath him.
Larson had an opportunity to run the 11 a little bit higher out of that turn. He didn't.
Wouldn't be surprised. Here he goes.
Oh, Larson leaning on Hamlin. Oh,
Almost contact.
woo!
And he
Didn't he let him go?
And Larson just saying, hey, this is my spot. I am
And here comes Chase.
Treated differently when the 11 was on the
Truex.
inside of him, so I think he
Ooh.
was saying, here's the way I'm going to race you now.
Truex showed the nose to Hocevar, and Hocevar completely missed corner entry. 3 wide and sliding out of the groove.
Trying to regain all their
Good bounce
momentum.
back for Truex.
Hocevar lost a few
Larson's
spots
going to win. You can feel it.
during all
He's
that.
fast.
Teammate Eric Jones
But the 45 and the 23 are faster, I think. But it's really just about who gets out front at the right time. Clean air rules the day. Doesn't matter how good or mid your car is. You get that nose out front in clean air, you're going to win.
Zero Sugar showing this vantage
It's just a matter of playing the strategy and keeping the track position. We've seen it shuffle a couple of times already. But the one constant, the 23 and the 45 are really fast.
Here comes Eric Jones, the man on the move as he goes by the 19 of Mark
45 just doesn't have track position right now.
That was Martin Truex on the radio, Rick. So, Jeff, has that ever caught you off guard? Truex said, I had no idea that was coming. Turned dead sideways going into turn 1.
More times than I can remember. Yeah, that's just, driving a race car. You just don't know what's going to happen. You're trying to push the edge every corner. Sometimes it just doesn't stick.
Mark Truex Jr. being chased by Ross Chastain.
You love the number 24.
Hamlin back to 6.
So you're one number away from that Jim Carrey movie being your favorite movie. Remember, it's the number 23.
Alex Bowman in the Ally 48.
So close.
Ryan Preece in that 41. The fight for 4th here as Larson has been running very quickly through the center of the turn. We'll see if he goes down to the bottom again. Looks like he might stay behind that 99.
Ran the high side 1 and 2 that created that opportunity for him to almost have a run on the back straightaway back to the bottom of the racetrack. Let's see what he does down here. Denny Hamlin's trying to regroup, gain back ground on this 5 car. I think it's a race for the win between these 2 cars. They seem to be the best in the field. There's Larson to the top of the racetrack. Back to the throttle. Slowly gaining on the 99 on corner exit.
Did I just hear you count out Bubba Wallace?
Bubba's leading this race, but just looking at these 2 cars right here, Rick.
Suarez running hard.
Really like what I'm seeing out of the 11. and the
Aggressively
5. Whoever
defending
has
the
track
position.
On one or the other, I think we might see these 2 toward the front at the end of the day. So they're racing right now, in my opinion, for kind of control over this race between the 2 of them.
Right now, those 2 are running 5th and 6th. Larson and Hamlin running 5th and 6th. Kim?
For Daniel Suarez running in the 4th position, remember they did the tire test.
I like
here
Chris
in
Buescher.
Texas, and crew chief Travis Mack
I always
said
liked
they
Chris
felt like they
Buescher,
had a lot
even
of
after he
information,
ended Dale
and they
Jr.'s
gave
driving
him
career
the
full time.
baseline so much so that a top 5 finish was what they were looking for here today. Right now,
I
the
forgave
they
him.
just need to be a little bit better on the long run. The rear of that car just starting to get
But I didn't
light
forget.
as the laps click off.
That's why I still bring it up.
5 car slides up the racetrack. Got tight behind that 99 on the bottom. Denny's not able to do anything with it.
Lionel's looking at the side of that Denny Hamlin car
Got quickly back to
and
the
praying
gas.
he wins the race because of the money they'll make.
Right to the back bumper. Can he upset the arrow on the 5? He can't do it.
Before all the football games and shit started today, I was actually playing NASCAR Rivals this morning. I did Charlotte, Roval, Martinsville, and New Hampshire before I started watching football.
Creates opportunity for us to see this incredible battle between the 2 guys. And how they navigate. Trying to get around each other in the 99 to move forward.
2 car lengths right now separating the 5 and 11.
this battle up in the top 5 is Tyler Reddick. He has had a terrible restart. He's lost 9 spots.
Reddick had a slow start, said to wait on fuel, and then plummeted 9 spots after the restart.
This is what they're talking about.
It's okay, Reddick. Ryan Newman's not out there today. You're safe.
Kicking in now for Reddick. Dave.
Rick, he got stuck, I believe, at one point behind the 20 of Christopher Bell, who we know did not take tires on that run. I don't know if that's who he was talking about, but that was one of the things that his team told him, don't get stuck behind him. He didn't take fresh tires.
Going to the outside of the 10 of Eric Almirola. Again, Reddick now running in the 24th position. So after seeing him win stage 1,
Bubba's got a 2-second lead on Blaney now. Obviously, the little run-in with Truex earlier didn't hurt Keselowski. He's third. Got a good car.
to go in stage 2.
How funny would it be if the Chiefs scored more than 70 on the same day the Dolphins did?
Get around the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Got a great run right here. He got right to the back.
I can't wait to. I watched Red Zone today, so I saw the first half, maybe 3/4 of the Dolphins game. Then they stopped cutting to it because it was so irrelevant. I can't wait to go watch those highlights.
To the 4th position.
Be nice to see what kind of lap time now the 5 can run before he catches the next group of cars in front. Wallace is out front running a 30 flat. Larson that lap ran a 29.91, passing a car.
Dave, what about Larson?
You saw that line he was choosing there wasn't exactly the high line, just kind of feeling it up there. And a few laps ago had this discussion.
Anybody moving around yet?
You. Mostly just you. There's a few others that, in seeing you do that, have moved up some.
Okay.
So as we always hear about Kyle being the first one to try it, Cliff Daniels telling him, you're the only guy doing it, so basically it's up to him when he feels like he should go up there. Mark.
Hamlin pressuring Suarez. Larson got by the 99. Kyle Busch, Talladega sweep. Nobody's swept Talladega in the 8 car since 2002. 20 years in the making. Excuse me. Ozzy. Oh, I've had my window open all day today because it's nice outside.
How do you get your driver track position when you're on the back half of the top 5?
Well, I think at this point you have to just decide how much risk you're willing to take, because 4 tires is definitely better than 2. That's why we see Denny Hamlin moving up, but they're just not good enough to go run down Bubba Wallace, who's now stretched out to a nearly 4-second lead.
Not a 4-second lead, about a 2.5 second. Let's not over-exaggerate.
That's the 11 car. Pretty cheap right there.
I mean, there's still a lot. We talk about this.
Keselowski just had a bad exit on 2. Larson's going to make another pass around the outside.
Laps left in this race to make good in
And dive to the inside on Blaney, who throws a block. Everybody chopping turn 3. I love it. So funny to see.
When he got to the back bumper of the 12.
Thought he's going to get 2 spots right there on the back straightaway, but Blaney took the line away into 3. This allowed Denny Hamlin to run right up on the back bumper of the 6 car. Denny to the high side of the racetrack trying to create a run here.
And that's what we see the 5 doing as well. Running that higher line, getting a little momentum, and then figuring out exactly the right time to make
Bubba Wallace, 30 to go in stage 2 is cruising.
For Bubba Wallace, after starting on pole, he's
Got shuffled out of their track position, got it back.
Is a career high for the driver of the 23.
And has dominated this race so far. I think Larson, Hamlin are going to be a big problem for him later, though. honor of Nick Saban, I went in there and grabbed a couple of oatmeal cream pies. You know, those are his favorite. Who was the last driver to win a race in a McDonald's car? It was Bubba at Talladega in 2021. I do believe. He was driving a McDonald's car that day. Last time before that, don't bother asking. I can't fucking remember. Was it Jimmy Spencer? I don't know. Might have been. How you know Bubba's a goat, man? He broke the McDonald's curse. Panthers are beating the Seahawks for the moment. Geno's missing a lot of passes. He's overthrowing a lot. That or leading his receiver too far. Can you believe Bill Elliott drove that 94 car all those years and didn't win a single fucking race? And he had speed a lot of times. He just didn't win. Larson has run down Bubba for the lead out of nowhere. It's like a horror movie.
Can he get by him now is the question. He is definitely
Mirror drive, Bubba, mirror drive. Although Larson will go around the outside and pass you. He ain't scared to do it.
Larson.
Everybody else is pretty timid about it.
Under 0.2 of a second. After restarting,
Larson will get up and go around you.
Larson now looking to take the lead away here at Texas. He goes with the high move again.
Damn, that fucking, how's he doing that?
On the outside.
Look how much speed and grip that car has.
I'd say the 5 car has the most grip of anybody out here to make moves that confidently.
Denny Hamlin has now gotten into 3rd position around Blaney. It's been a little bit of a slower process for the 11 to get through this this traffic, this top 5 traffic. I'm impressed, I think, more by how quickly the 5 car did that and then chased down the leader. So right now the score is Larson 1.
Remember, Bill Elliott was in position.
His car to come around.
He had a shot to win the 97 Daytona 500.
That damage is affected by the balance. As you see the 43.
What's up, Cowboy?
Derek Jones, how good he has been today, and he's now driven up into 4th place around Blaney.
Yep. Blaney has not. He's got a ton of.
Seahawks are about to kick another fucking field goal.
Just
Be the 4th field goal of the first half for Seattle. They're not finishing drives. The Panthers are up by 13 to 9 as Seattle attempts a field goal.
The least amount of time on pit road you can get away with.
Eric Jones 4th.
Caveat to that is the driver has to make it happen on restart, because if you're the last guy on either the oldest tires or on whatever the aggressive strategy could be, new tires can kind of get you out of line. You can give it all back on one restart.
All right, let's do a playoff driver through the field.
13-12 Carolina late in the first half.
Up front with Kyle Larson and Dave Burns.
Rick, you look at all that speed that the 5 car has now. He just passed the pole-sitting car. Bubba Wallace, remember, Kyle qualified 11th. I asked his crew chief, Cliff Daniels.
Larson passed Bubba around the outside in 1 and 2, drove away to a 2-second lead immediately.
But I don't have any worries about the race. We'll get there, Marty.
So Dave, on that last stop, when Booty Barker asked Bubba Wallace what he wanted to do, he
And
said,
here comes Hamlin.
"Gives me my track position back." He had the car out front, and when he's out front, it's so
Man,
different.
it's going to be Larson and Hamlin, ain't it?
He said, when I'm in traffic, it just does not handle, can't defend, can't attack. Meanwhile, it's been fun, like Judy was talking about, to watch Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin try to work their
The
way
2
through
cars
the
capable of passing. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin.
trying to go around the car that he owns.
Hamlin, Bubba gave Hamlin the outside and Hamlin didn't want it.
The buzzword here today, because for Blaney, that's what
He
told
backed
me.
off. Larson took it and went around.
Is so big,
Hamlin
that's
did not
why
want to go to the outside of the 23 there.
The track is starting to widen out, though. They took 2 tires to get some of that track.
Oh, good news, guys. 150 laps in. The groove's starting to widen out a bit.
To continue that streak right now, just a little tight, Marty.
Kim, it's crazy to think that Chris Buescher from Texas led his first ever laps in the Cup Series here at the Texas Motor Speedway today. He's led two, and he's never finished better than 15th here. Scott Graves told me we have the best car we've ever had, but back here in traffic, Busher singing the same song everybody else is. They are saying they're way too tight, Rick.
Things heating up again up front as we see Bubba Wallace. He slowed the 11 down. That allowed the 43 of Eric Jones to catch up there. And now Eric Jones seems to be one of the faster cars on track.
Is the speed dropping out of this 23 concerning, Steve? I mean, I know they're down on tires just a little bit, but looks like the balance going away on the long run for Bubba.
Well, I do agree. Getting a little bit of coaching from Booty Barker on top of the pit box. I think some of it is probably the two tires, and some of it is what you said earlier, right? You would take Larson and Hamlin as the battle for the win. You saw the speed even when they were back in traffic, so I think that's real, because if you look right here at the 24 of William Byron, he took 4 tires. He's up to 18th. Bell on gas only at 21st, so tires are a small advantage, but I do believe that the 23 just doesn't have quite the pace of the front 3 cars.
Bubba's falling back to 4th. He's fading here on this run. The 2 tires are starting to really hurt.
Jones, the top 3.
Got a top 3 car, but the tire differential here is really hurting now. I'm glad tires mean a little something. You know, it's been a long time since we've gone to a Texas race and worried about tires. It's been a long time. Other than last year, we were worried about them blowing out every 10 or 15 laps and hurting somebody. A lot of people got hurt in this race last year.
He was trying to be positive, but had nothing positive to say about Texas. Told me that the best run he ever had here was his first Xfinity Series race. He's wrecked on his own. He's got caught up in other people's issues. He's had flat tires, so wasn't super positive on the day. As now we see the 19 trying to be defensive against the 16 of Allmendinger.
Yeah, he tried to get to the inside.
A little more passing going on in the field than I expected in this race, if I'm being honest.
He had to jump way out of the gas, and now it's got him racing side by side here with a 16 car off turn 2.
And A.J. Allmendinger has raced in the top 15 all day today.
AJ's got a good car. I think AJ's another car. If he gets the track position, he has a shot to stay in the top 5 if they can just get him up there.
Scooting away from the 19 there of Mark Truex Jr. as he closes in on the 99 of Suarez.
The word he had on what Allmendinger's doing next year, he said he would be back with this team, but didn't know if he would be in the Xfinity Series or the Cup Series. It's going to be interesting to see what AJ does do. Big loose right there.
Big wiggle out of AJ. Here comes Truex.
Had to come completely out of the gas, and that'll allow Truex to get a big run.
Joey Logano's 27th. Harrison Burton 29th, Cindric 30th. At least the Penske cars are consistent. Blaney's they've played good strategy on the 12. He's running 5th. And this is one of Blaney's best racetracks. As far as tracks that Blaney hasn't won at, this is his best one. AJ, be careful. AJ might bring out a yellow here in the next few laps. He's got a train of cars behind him. He can't hold the bottom. He's real loose in 1 and 2. Jones is catching Hamlin. Where does 43 come from? We knew he was fast. I didn't know he was going to be good enough to catch Denny Hamlin. Larson's got a 5-second lead. He's safe.
But it has been consistent the last few weeks. You look at Eric Jones. It really started at Darlington with a 3rd, or excuse me, Darlington with a 10th, which I don't think any of us were shocked at. The guy's won a couple Southern 500, but then 3rd at Kansas. I know 24th at Bristol isn't what you want, but the last 2 high.
He had a mechanical problem at Bristol last week, I think, the 43. And the 42 ran top 10 the whole race.
Not only that, Carson Hosenberg's running 13th. You know, his teammate, and he only has a few races under his belt, so good race cars.
Again, stage points available 10 laps from now as we come to the end of this stage, Marty.
And Rick, let's put into context what Legacy Motor Club is going through, who Eric Jones drives for. Remember, they have lost their Chevrolet affiliation because they're moving to Toyota next year, so that information pipeline really got shut off mid-year. Dave Ellens, the crew chief for Eric Jones, told me we've had to kind of reinvent everything. But what we focused on, Steve, he said, is the tracks we know Eric is good. That's what we pay a lot of attention to. Durham's in a great example. Texas as well. Eric's always been good here at Texas, so they put a lot of emphasis on this race, and it's showing today.
Chevy might want to turn the pipeline back on to see what spills back their way. Don't get me wrong, Larson's in a Chevrolet, 5 seconds out in front.
Yeah, that's another thing I overlooked. The 43 and the 42 are basically getting no real support from Chevrolet. And they have picked up their pace so much in the last 2 months.
The first 3 races was
I'm excited to see how they carry that through to next year when they get to Toyota and have more support. I think next year could be a big bounce back year for Jones. And John Hunter Nemechek should be coming into a much better situation than we originally thought. Oh, Alex. 70 points. Literally never in our lives. Man, Bubba's car, the balance is all gone. It did not like the 2 tires. God damn, he's choking away these points here. I hate that. It's bad when you're making it look easy to pass at Texas Motor Speedway. That's how bad the 23's falling off right now. He's 11 seconds off of Larson as they hit 5 to go. They tried to throw a block, but Buscher's there. They got that first pit stall, though. Maybe they can make some of this up on pit road here in a few minutes. The playoff cut line is super tight from 6th to 12th as they run. Blaney's only 11 ahead. Brad's 2 ahead. Chastain and Reddick are tied for 8th. Bill's 1 out. Bubba's 4 out. Probably about to be 5. Kyle Busch in the garage. He's only 19 out.
And if Larson can stay up front, as we see once again, Bubba Wallace under attack now from Chase Elliott. But if Larson stays
big time fade here for the 23. 5 to go.
That is available to him that he can carry on to the next round.
He is on 2 tires. That's important to remember. Jones just passed Hamlin for 2nd.
Man, who is this guy? What is this silver car behind me? Like the Great Ghost. I don't know who this is.
That is a sexy damn race car that Jones is driving. Fuck Dallas, but damn, what a good-looking car.
So Eric Jones up to 2nd now.
That's a die cast worth having, especially if he wins, which it looks like he's going to have a shot to do.
Treacherous as it was when we first got here, everybody's spinning off the racetrack and into the wall if they got outside the bottom groove, and now we've really widened the track out.
Under 3 laps to go.
2 to go.
Larson, Jones,
next time by.
Blaney,
Bubba's got 2 more playoff guys lined up right on his tail here. Keselowski and Chastain are coming. Bubba's going to wind up finishing 9th or 10th here. He was 10th in stage 1 because of strategy. Cost him some points, and this time you could say the strategy cost him again.
Bubba Wallace trying to hang on for some stage points here. The car has gotten way too free. And Stevie said
playoff drivers outside the top 10. Truex, Byron, Bell, and Kyle Busch is in the garage.
I'm wondering if the track is changing here at Texas more than anything.
Well, for sure, I think the track is changing. As Dale pointed out, it's also widening out, which is allowing other guys to attack that corner differently. That wider groove has definitely not matched up with the 23 and what they need.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace is falling back. He's running 19.
Tires matter. That's what we wanted. Just sucks it's affecting him the most right now. Larson's on 1 to go here for stage 2. Oh, wait, they're showing Broncos-Dolphins highlights on CBS. I got to hear what they say about this.
And looking for another stage win.
Fucking college football score.
With 17 playoff points, has now added 7 since they started. That's including that win at Darlington to kick things off. But he wins stage
Mike McDaniel's a wizard, man. Larson wins stage 2. Jones 2nd. Hamlin 3rd.
Denny Hamlin.
Blaney 4th. Buscher 5th.
Buscher, Chase Elliott,
Keselowski 7th. Chastain 8th. Bubba 9th.
Wallace is going to hang on for a 9th place finish in stage 2, and Daniel Suarez rounding out the top 10. So now it will go back into the hands of the crews. They will be put to work as the
I really wish that damage would have fucked Hamlin's car up a lot worse. It obviously didn't. Randall Cobb almost caught that Hail Mary for the Jets. Colts beat the Ravens. Controversial no call there. That was obviously pass interference. I said that when I was streaming during that. The Texans beat the Jags by 20. CJ Stroud played great. Jags turned the ball over a lot. Loser ass quitter gambler degenerate gambler / quitter Calvin Ridley played like shit for Jacksonville. As a Falcons fan, that makes me very happy. Fuck him. He's a quitter and a dumbass. Quit on our team and then got suspended the following year. Herbert threw for 405. Man. 40 of 47 for 405. Cousins threw for 367, and people are going to blame him for the loss. Falcons played like shit on offense because they don't have a quarterback. Defense kept the score down. Desmond Ridder sucks. I've been saying that since week 1. Saints blew a 3-score lead in the fourth quarter. Let me do my Seth Rollins. Losers. Wish my Paramount would stop freezing. There we go. It came back on. I yelled loud enough. It came back on. Oh my God, are they going to show that Taylor Swift's at the Chiefs game? Oh, there she is. Chiefs are up 31-0 on the Bears. Oh my God, the Bears are so bad. Woo, they're worse than I even thought they would be. I knew they were going to suck, but they're even worse than I thought. The Cardinals are up 18-10 on Dallas. Let me repeat that. The Cardinals are leading over Dallas right now. Just letting y'all know. Maybe I should have that game on. Fuck this boring-ass Panthers shit. Let me put the Fox app on my Xbox.
Has pitted America's best golfers against Europe's elite. Can the U.S. team defend the trophy? The Ryder Cup from Rome, Italy. Next weekend on NBC.
The Fox app crashes more than fucking Paramount does on Xbox. Every app on Xbox sucks worse than it does anywhere else.
But now hold on. I don't want to say I love that it's not in the U.S., but I do love the 6 hours ahead. A little coffee and a little golf. There you go.
All right, pit stops at 100 to go. You can split this stage in half, so it's one more pit stop. Of course, that depends on how the cautions fall, if and when. Good stop. 9-second stop for Larson.
Denny Hamlin hoping to keep up a little better with Kyle Larson on this run and not have him be 6 hours ahead.
6 hours. Larson, Jones, Hamlin, Blaney, and Busher the top 5. Keselowski 6, Bubba back up to 7th. Good stop from the 23 bunch. Michael McDowell up 3 spots to 8th. Bowman plus 4 into the top 10. Good stop, 48 crew. The Chiefs are going to try to catch the Dolphins. Yeah, they're almost halfway there. They got a chance. The Bears are pretty bad. Oh, never mind. The Cardinals are up 21-10, y'all. Dylan just said it. Go back and look. The entire time that Sean Payton was in New Orleans, they rarely ever had a decent defense. I think they had a good defense in 2006, 2009, they led the league in takeaways, and I'd say 2017 and 18, they were pretty good. A lot of bad defensive years where they were just fucking abysmal on defense, and Drew Brees was breaking all these records, and the Saints were going 7-9. You know. Or you get 2011 where they're pretty good, and they go to San Francisco, and Drew Brees throws 2 go-ahead touchdowns in the last 6 minutes, and they still fucking lose because their defense couldn't stop anyone. Sean Payton has taken that bullshit to Denver, and now they can't play defense. Because last year, Denver was awful, but the one thing they had, that defense was pretty damn good. Not this time.
Back in 18, 19 was 100.
And the Fox app is already fucking crashing.
Well, today in Texas,
Literally just turned it on 5 minutes ago, and it's crashing. Because Xbox sucks. Oh.
And for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., his answer to the physical demands of this race are a little bit different. He does not want a cool suit. There are too many things he said that can go wrong. He would rather put the training on himself out of the car and away from the track to get his body ready for the grueling 400 miles here at Texas. He does extremely rigorous training. This week specifically, he did cardio every single day, including a 4-mile trail run day and high intensity.
Nobody cares.
Training 3 days. He is an absolute beast.
Hey, what color was Stenhouse's shit this morning when he voted his bowels, NBC? You want to tell us that?
When the sun was out, the difference on the pavement between the shade and the sun was about 8 degrees. In the sunshine, 122. In the shade, 114. So you know where the crews hang out.
We're inside of 100 to go. Thank God they shortened this race. I'm going to say it over and over. Hey, this race needed to be shortened. Honestly, it could be shorter. We just do a 300-miler here, and I'd be okay.
That Dave's going to go fine right now. And they're also standing on an aluminum platform. One of the spotters told me, Drew Herring, who spotted for Martin Truex Jr., it's about 125 degrees up there, and they're up there for hours. And remember, most of them, Rick, yesterday spotted the Xfinity Series race. It was so hot yesterday, all their equipment...
Sorry if my fan blows in the mic. I'm trying to keep it cool in here. Excuse me.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to our crew as well. I mean, the camera operators and everybody out there dealing with this weather. It has been...
Larson, Jones, Hamlin, Blaney, Keselowski, and Busher. I said a Toyota or an RFK car would win. Well, Larson's trying to spoil that. He is by far the best Chevrolet in the field. Been the only one to even hang with the Toyotas thus far in the playoffs. Oh, Bubba, don't go 3 wide in the middle. What are you doing? That's how the 48 spun out earlier. Forcing the issue. He passes Busher. It was a good move. Bubba made it work. Jones run the outside of Larson down the back. Larson's going to hold it off here. Yeah, clears him into 3. Clean air, Larson, go after it.
Will he try to attack the 43 and take second away here?
You're going to get a big run on this foul down the front straightaway.
.95 laps remaining in the race.
Smooth sailing for the 5.
Chris Busher to the inside of Chase Elliott.
Elliott and Busher, not a lot of space between those 2 cars.
Busher.
A lot of cars almost hitting the wall off of 4.
See, Busher's trusting that second lane, even early in a run. Get to the outside of the 9 to Chase Elliott.
Yeah, he gets out there, that was impressive. Clears him down into turn 3. Goes to the bottom of the racetrack, takes the air away.
Yeah, this is better than the Xfinity race. I was wrong.
Ross Chastain, a little bit longer stop, Kim.
That's right. Before that stop, he described the car as stumbling a bit, so they worked through a diagnostic list before they even made that stop on pit road. Crew Chief Phil Surgeon told Ross on the radio they think the throttle position sensor is bad, and they told him it won't necessarily hurt you, but it's not going to make things easy on you today. So if you hear that, a throttle position sensor being dead, what does that mean for the driver, and how can the
It's dead.
The rest of these 93 laps?
Well, as he slides up a little bit, the 77 of Ty Dillon underneath the 1 car. Throttle position sensor. So not only tells our data here when you show the fans at home how much throttle he's on, it's also telling remember, these engines are electronically controlled, so it's telling the engine how much throttle he's actually using. So it's all part of the diagnostics, all part about the air-fuel mixture on the 1, so that throttle position sensor might make it stumble, leaving on the restarts, stumble also on pit road, and that's what happened to the 1. So the 1 had an okay pit stop. They dropped the jack, and it kind of just quit. It doesn't really go. I don't think this is Ross Chastain
So Ross is riding the struggle bus now, and the fucking Fox app keeps crashing. Can you not? I'm trying to keep an eye on this fucking game. Fucking useless ass Xbox. The Fox app only sucks on Xbox. It runs fine on everything else. The ESPN app literally doesn't work at all on Xbox. At all. It's never been fixed because Xbox sucks. And it's interrupting my partial football viewing experience because I'm mostly paying attention to the race now.
Chasing after that 38 of Zane Smith behind the wheel of the 38 this week. Now we see Martin Truex Jr. and Tyler Reddick side by side.
And these two right here running 17 and 18 position. Mark's overcome the spin. Not really been able to really move forward, but make something out of the day.
Again, playoff drivers having issues today. Of course, Kyle Busch.
The Chiefs have a 17% chance of ending in scoregami. Oh, they're showing the Saints missed that field goal earlier. Imagine losing to the Packers. Can't relate.
Spin got hit from behind. Dave.
Saints blew a 3-score lead.
After leading 36 laps, he was reminded by his team that he didn't do anything wrong on that pit stop. Remember, it's a ballet down there of all the pit guys and the driver. Everyone has to do their job perfectly for a perfect stop. But the crew chief wanted the driver to get that out of his head and move on, Marty.
Dan Jr. mentioned the spin from Martin Truex Jr. at the end of the stage earlier today. The team said the diffuser is, quote, not terrible for Truex, trying to gain a little bit of track position. Truex saying the car has been way too free, though, since that happened. So, Steve, if you're James Small, it kind of feels like same song, second verse, right? A little trouble for Ross Chastain right now.
Ross is slow.
Way up the racetrack down in turn 1 and 2.
Well, we knew he was slow, but...
Able to recover. Let's take a look. The car just goes straight up the
Wow. Car just didn't even make an attempt to turn for him in turn 1 last time.
Back of the car, chasing it up the track, kept it out of the fence. To your point, Jeff, is he having...
Oh, look, the Fox app crashed again. How many times is it going to crash? Because Xbox fucking sucks.
Off into turn 1.
I'll just keep restarting it over and over.
You know, if that is the case, and the throttle's not responding to what the input he normally gives the throttle. We've dealt with that before, and you've got to now completely change the way you drive. And we don't know 100% that's what's happening, but it's...
The shit won't even run for longer than like 2 minutes without crashing. Did I mention that Xbox fucking sucks?
Had pretty decent speed, and now he's struggling back here, getting outran by cars in the back half of the field.
Chastain currently running in the 30th position. He was chasing after Ty Dillon earlier.
Larson, Jones, Hamlin, Blaney, Bubba, 84 to go.
And the 5 still up front. Kyle Larson leading in Texas.
I hope the Eagles beat the Bucks by 50. Well, if the Bucks lose and the Panthers lose, my week will be considered complete. Despite the fact that Desmond Ridder sucks and the Falcons aren't going to do much because of him. Hey, at least our problem now is simple. The quarterback sucks. Couldn't say that for 15 fucking years in Atlanta, but now we can say it. Good defense, great running game, great weapons, good offensive line. Quarterback sucks. We lost by 14. And did loser shit like kick a field goal from the 4-yard line with 4 minutes left instead of trying to score a touchdown and give ourselves sort of a chance. Kick the field goal. Honestly, probably should kicking the field goal is not a bad idea. Ridder would have fucked up. He would have probably taken a sack and fumbled or threw a pick because he's terrible. So they're like, fuck it, kick the field goal. Don't let Ridder fuck this up any worse than he already has. We hoping for no cautions? Well, I don't mind no cautions. It gets the race over with quicker. Keselowski just passed Bubba for 5th. 23 cars missing something on longer runs now. At the start of the race, they were really good on long runs. Well, the car should be better than the last run when he was out there on 2 tires and fighting for his life with 10 to go in the stage. Excuse me. Austin Cindric's 30th. Nothing wrong with his car. He's just 30th.
How important is it to win the first race of the round? Pretty important.
You could win 300 tonight. What's the...
You have Talladega.
How'd you get that bet?
So qualify at 4:30 on USA, and then on Sunday, countdown to green. And
I probably would have picked the Lions to beat the Falcons too. I didn't make them part of my parlay, but I was thinking, yeah, the Lions are tough. That was a game I'd already circled. I was like, we'll probably lose that one. And we did. So far, I'm correct. We're 2-1, and I'm correct on everything. Because I picked us to win the first 2 games and said we'd probably lose to Detroit. Right on the money.
Yeah, I'm not sure the 12 is really a whole lot faster, but they've leapfrogged into the top 5, and Blaney, as you can see, this car doesn't...
Blaney's really good at Texas. He's always been good here.
Really thinking deep and trying to keep this track position.
Yeah, great job by his team.
So good, he once won the All-Star race twice on the same night. Once without a window net.
Went from about 26th and got stage points, and then they gambled again and put 2 tires on it, and they've been able to keep that track position. I'll give Blaney a lot of credit right here. You can see his car doesn't drive well, but he's just making it work.
So, as we ride along with the BuildSubmarines.com 6 of Brad Keselowski, let's take a look at the progressive telemetry.
Glancing at the Cowboys now, they're down by 11. They've got the ball first in this half.
Yeah, we're at 5th gear. All the way through turn 3 and 4. He's kind of working the throttle a little bit as he chases the car up the racetrack and then down the first straightaway and downshift into 4th.
Keep an eye on it as long as this shitty Xbox app lets me.
Break. Down the 4th gear.
Watch his head as he goes through 3 and 4. There's a big bump. They ground the bump down some, but it's still big, right through the middle of the corner. You can see how much it hits it. And not too bad, really. You hear a lot of drivers complaining about how bad that bump is, but this car just glides right over it.
Here comes Bubba Wallace working to the outside now of the 7. Corey LaJoy. Yeah, LaJoy had a lot of damage to the right rear of that car.
That disrupted the speed on the
3rd and 1 Dallas, down by 2 scores against the fucking Cardinals. You know the Cowboys come back and win this. Good fullback run there for a first. And you see the fullback for Houston? Jacksonville did a kickoff. They kicked it kind of short. It bounced to the fullback, and the motherfucker took it for a touchdown. And I posted in a chat I was in. I said, well, that fullback from Houston, he's going to get a random drug test tomorrow. A fullback scored on a kickoff return. Busher passes Bubba now. I don't like this whole disappearing act we're doing here, Bubba.
Everybody's pretty much even on tires now.
Marty, the 23 of Bubba Wallace, after leading 96 laps, is he able to hold on to this track position?
Rick, you can see him trying to run that higher line in 1 and 2 because he sees everybody else doing it. But every time he says the car's just too loose to make it happen.
He can't run the top. Bubba's car is a bottom feeder. That's why he looks so good out front, because he could just hold the bottom. Car's fast, but it just is not handling well.
Yeah, when you move up the racetrack, you're going to have more rotation in the car. The car's going to turn.
Dallas facing another 3rd down here.
That are too tight. They fire off really comfortable on the
Dak Prescott has thrown for a Desmond Ridder-esque 110 yards so far.
Really good, and your back sliding around.
Then again, that's like a full game total for Desmond Ridder, so let's not be so hard on Dak.
Slide worse, it's going to be looser, and it's going to take you forever to get around that corner. You're making the corner longer, right? And so everybody that's fighting a little bit of
McDowell is breathing down Bubba's neck now for this 7th spot. Pit window's open. If I'm the 23, I'd short pit. You got to hit pit road as soon as possible. I'd pit in about 5 or 10 laps. Most guys are going to go to about 55 to go, I'm assuming. I'd pit well before that. You know, it'd be interesting to see the RFK cars make the Final Four, because then they'd actually have to race each other for the first time this year instead of letting each other have spots all the time.
Had a problem at Darlington, and that problem really kept him out of advancing into the next round. Just couldn't overcome it. But here he is, bringing speed to the racetrack again.
3rd and 7 for the Cowboys. Can't get anything going today. Dak's hit as he throws. He's got Lamb wide open, who makes a great catch. Down to the 21. He had to come back for it. Dak did get hit as he threw the ball. Cardinals ain't going to beat the Cowboys. You know this. They couldn't even beat the Giants. The Giants are terrible. The Giants lost by 3 scores Thursday, and people were going, oh, they look better.
Tires have been fine every run, right? I've got no vibration or anything like that. I'm just wondering, the tires have been okay? The tires have been good, and we went up this run for protection, so you're fine. Just stay smooth with it. Don't overload either end. But we did go up this run.
Yeah, I'm not trying to freak you guys out. I don't have a vibration, but I just want that information. And Dale Jr., you know that's important because now he knows whether he can push, and the up on air pressure gives him some more data.
Absolutely. I think as we get later in the day, the speeds pick up, the loads on the tires pick up. We had
A lot of the track is covered in shadow now because the sun's starting to get behind the grandstands already.
We had a ton of them here last year, especially late in the race as speeds picked up in these cars. So that's
And Dallas is now on another 3rd down. Boy, they're getting on these 3rd downs really quick. 3rd and 12 already.
put us even on the more conservative side of the air pressure situation. So great job by the 5 team. Great information for the driver. He can run this thing as hard as he wants.
And not great information for his competition. 4.6-second advantage. Kyle Larson out front at Texas.
Another HMS win. I hate Kyle Larson. No. Oh, Dak avoids the sack. Don't know how he did. Hanging on to the ball too long, but he's going to make a play out of it because the Cardinals suck. 1st and goal, Dallas at the 10. They had Dak about 3 different times there, let him get away, and he ran for a first. Why am I not checking Skip's Twitter account right now? He must be having a meltdown. Dallas is losing by 2 scores to the Cardinals. For now, like I said, the Cardinals will not win this game, I promise you. If we get out of this race without 3 or 4 drivers getting hurt this year, we can consider it a big improvement over last year, right? Bootleg from Dak, pumps, hangs onto the ball yet again, throws it across field and out of the end zone. 3rd down again. Can the Cardinals get off the field? Keeping an eye on this game because as soon as this race is over, I'm guessing I'll be watching this. And then later, I'm going to live stream during the Steelers and Raiders game because after last Monday, I need me some more Steelers because they're just fucking hilarious. And the Raiders and the Steelers together is just a match made in football comedy heaven. You know this game's about to be straight up stupid tonight, no matter who wins. Just like Monday was stupid. The Steelers had -7 yards in the 4th quarter and pulled a comeback. Only in Pittsburgh. Great defense by Arizona there. Hold the Cowboys to a field goal. Chastain 27. That's a big letdown. For the speed that Trackhouse brought today, especially with Ross, to be running 27th is devastating.
It's NASCAR Cup Series playoffs from Texas. The Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400.
That's a mouthful. Say that again, Rick. Tyler Reddick, the first car to pit. 23 should pit now.
He'll get 4 and just a little air pressure adjustment to help him through the corners. Remember, Tyler led earlier today. He starts
21-13 Arizona.
And I'm guessing that will bring a few others to pit road here shortly with under 59 laps to go in the race.
Oh, Suarez just spun onto pit road. He's in the grass.
He's in the grass.
It's a caution because the car stalled.
Will come out.
The reason that's a caution, he stalled, and these cars take forever to reboot. There he goes. They got it going, and they throw the yellow. So Tyler Reddick just got lapped when he pitted. So that sucks.
What happened with the 99 of Suarez?
So he's coming to pit road.
Just locked up and spun out.
Locks up the rear of the car, gets loose, spins around.
You're trying to carry so much speed.
I thought they might let it go, but he sat there for about 3 or 4 seconds. Then they threw the caution. Then the car fired up. You could see him cycling the car because the flames coming out of the side of the car. So he wasn't sitting there to draw a caution. He was trying to fire the thing up.
Teams are on you, man. You got to get on here. You got to get on here. They measure all that. You sit down.
So the money stop is going to be a caution pit stop, which is interesting.
And they push you and they push you.
Everybody's going to pit at the same time except Reddick.
Everything you do, and Daniel just overstepped it by just a little bit. Yeah.
And that's not the only issue for the 99. Their tire changer, Jarek Newsom, suffered cramps, had to be sent to the med center for an IV for fluid. So backup tire changer J.P. Keeley working on that.
Suarez spun on purpose for Chastain. Conspiracy.
Drivers, here's how it's affecting crew members.
I mean, this heat's no joke. It's been a long day. Remember, these crew members come, they set up the pit box. I mean, they've been out in the heat now for the majority of the day.
We heard that some of the crew members worked yesterday, which included practice and qualifying for both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series.
Time for the money stop,
They
baby.
just worked the race yesterday, now working again today.
And we've seen tires not be a huge advantage, so you could maybe with that assume if you're the leader, this might be your last pit stop. So Larson
4
had a
tires.
5-second
Give me
lead.
4.
They were going to have a very big advantage for a nice green flag cycle and a calm stop. Now with this yellow, now Larson has Eric Jones only 2 cars behind Hamlin, Blaney, Keselowski. They are right back up to the rear bumper of the 5, so this pit stop is going to be very important for Tyler Reddick, all the way back at 30th a lap down. I assume he's going to get, the wave around. He'll go back, but he's going to be the last car in the lead lap. He's going to be like 27th, so he has lost at least 10 spots. He was running about 16th when he pitted. He's going to be 26th or 27th after this cycle.
Reddick can take the wave around.
Assuming everyone in the lead lap pits, they should. I mean, everyone needs fuel. I don't know why somebody would not hit.
4 tires, and we're not pitting again. I don't give a damn what happens.
Saw that with
Give me that clean air.
Kyle Busch, who's 21 points below the cut line.
I'm interested to see the 43 car of Eric Jones. That pit crew, can they take on the Giant? Can they take on Hendrick Motorsports?
Pulling for the 43 to win the race off pit road here.
On to pit road they come, Dave.
Larson wants just a little adjustment, just a little free off of turn 2. Bigger question is, will he take 4 tires? Yes, they've got 4 Goodyear tires.
Good on the right sides for Larson.
Blaney, it was better, but the ride quality still not great. Bounces loose.
9.7, that's pretty good.
Unpredictable, he said, just so rough. They will make a slight air pressure adjustment on those 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Marty.
Denny Hamlin said the car was definitely better that run, but I can tell we have lost some car potential. Not sure we can contend for the win. He said
Oh, the race off pit road. Larson by a fraction of a nose over Jones. Eric Jones, the 43, almost won the race off pit road. Keselowski up to 3rd.
It looked as though Eric Jones was going to beat the 5 off of pit road, but it was Larson who was able to win that race.
Well, the Cardinals are going nowhere on this drive they're on right now. Dallas just jumped off sides. Gives the Cardinals a 3rd and 3. They call false start. Are you high? Show me the replay so I can see how wrong I am, because they're probably right. So never mind, 3rd and 13. I was thinking offsides. Ah. That looked like offsides to me. And the Cowboys force a 3 and out with some help. Oh my God, J.J. Yaley's the leader. I'm kidding. Lead the leaderboard.
When NASCAR and the teams come to Texas, one of the stops that is a must is the Fort Worth Stockyards for all team members. They love to go and check out the area there in Fort Worth. And you see the Texas Longhorns.
Big, oh boy, I think Turpin's taking this to the one man to beat. Nope. Big return for the Cowboys. There's a flag. Because it's punt return. Of course there's a flag. All right. Larson, Jones, Keselowski, Hamlin, Bubba, and Busher. The front 3 rows. I hope they made a change to that 23. He's got to be able to run more than just one groove. But I don't think you're going to beat Larson here. I don't think anybody is.
5 rows who had done a nice job of making something of the day was the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Well, he got a speeding ticket coming onto pit road, too fast entering. So he will start with 54 laps to go, tail end of the field. Running 4th, right? I mean, this is a huge penalty. This is a 15, 20, 25-point penalty, depending on where he ends up finishing.
He's gained the second most amount of points.
Jeff Burton had to find the words there.
So
That's okay, Burton. I have trouble talking too when I'm tired.
helped that a little bit, but that mistake, let's see how bad it hurts him with his finish.
And as we thought, Reddick took the wave around when everybody came to pit road. Marty.
Hey, Steve, remember the playoffs last year? They started with 4 non-playoff drivers winning the first 4 playoff races. It's been all playoff drivers so far this year. Can Eric Jones pull it off today? Dave Evans just told me our strength, no doubt, the short run. We'll see what Jones can do here.
If I'm the Sporty 3, I'm going to pinch that 5 car onto the fucking apron here if I can stay with him getting to turn 1. Got to get this clean air. The race is going to be won on a restart. It's not going to be won under green 5 laps into a run. It's going to be won on this restart, whenever the last restart comes. Larson got a great push from Brad. And he's going to easily have the lead here. So there you go, race over, unless another yellow happens. Unless the 43 has something I don't know he has. I mean, ooh, Busher and Bubba running really close together. They're freight training Bubba. They just lined up and 24 pushed the 17 by him there. Whoa, Busher, way up the track. Bubba's going to clear him off a 2. Had a run on Keselowski, but couldn't get to the bottom before they hit 3. Chiefs 41-0. And somehow the Dolphins found a way to one-up them today.
William Byron that time.
Maybe they've got this
this 23 car tightened up just a little bit to give him Bubba the comfort to run that higher groove that he wants to run.
They got a level 3 vibration. You gotta just double check your wheels are tight.
Who's that? Who said they had a vibration?
On that stop, Bubba Wallace definitely wanted to be tightened up to Junior's point. In fact, he told Booty Barker, anything you can do to give me better security the longer we run, that's what I want. And I don't think many people expected, Jeff, for Bubba Wallace to even make it out of the first round, but much less run so well here at Texas. They all pointed to Talladega, but here with 49 to go, Bubba Wallace running in fifth, and I'm wondering from you, is Bubba Wallace so far been the biggest surprise in the playoffs?
Bubba Wallace has brought speed to the playoffs, there's no doubt about it. He really talks about, or he has spoken about it, the stress and the pressure it's been on him. But what he said is that only in the cutoff races has he felt under pressure. Everything else he's been very comfortable with, making the playoffs, being in the playoffs. It's those big moments, but every time you work yourself through those big
Oh, look, the Fox app crashed again.
now you can look back and
What a shock.
I did it.
Only on Xbox.
And it makes the next round easier.
That radio that we heard about the vibration, I believe, from the 6 car.
That's from Keselowski's team, the vibration.
You're correct. They said he called it a level 3 vibration.
Level 3 on a scale of what, 5?
Now he got to the bottom of the track, but that was a level 3.
Defcon 3.
That would explain why we were missing a little bit of pace in those first handful of laps with Brad, but he seems to have found something comfortable where he can run good pace.
Now the Fox app won't even load for me on Xbox. How fucking lousy is Xbox?
3 of 5, 3 of 10.
If I used Xbox or Fox app on my Roku or PS4 or PS5 right now, it'd work. I promise you.
His last lap that he went by on the start-finish line, 29.49, which was just 10ths of a second off of Larson's lap. We see Allmendinger diving in here, trying to get by Carson Hocevar in the 42. Logano.
Oh, Hocevar just hit the wall off of 4.
Got into the wall there a bit.
Logano kind of run him out of room, but didn't really do anything wrong. Oh, 42's got a tire going down.
All right, just stay calm here. We'll be all right.
Oh, nope, he saved it. I thought he had a tire going down, going into 1. I was like, look out. Let's say hit the deck.
He's got a handful.
He does. Here's Blaney trying to get underneath him. He had 2 laps in a row that were adventurous over at 1 and 2. Here we go, Tyler Reddick.
42 said it's broke.
I'm sorry, that's the replay off the floor.
Yep.
Would have been funny if he came back down and clobbered Logano. Some shit flew off at 42. I'm surprised that wasn't a yellow.
Hocevar behind the wheel for 42. He's only been back behind the wheel.
NASCAR, you know you want to throw one. I know you, NASCAR.
And Byron
I know you.
position. That's for the 6th spot.
William Byron kind of lost track position early with that pit stop at the end of stage 1, and they've just slowly and methodically tried to work their way back up in. Now here he is battling Buscher for the 6th position.
I just wonder where the speed is, though, for this team, Steve. They were so good throughout the regular season. But in the playoffs here, they just kind of
Fucking hell.
top 10, top 5.
Ooh, 24.
Nowhere near as good. Or as
Him and the
clear
17 were
as they
close.
in the first half of the year.
The harder they race, the easier it is for Bubba to get away from him. He's the next car in front of him.
Reddick and Hocevar a few laps ago. Here's Reddick making it 3 wide. Hocevar just does not get down the racetrack. Reddick clears them. Then the next lap, when Hocevar had issues. So
Hocevar. He keeps calling him
it's
Hocevar.
hard racing, nothing wrong there.
It's good hard racing, too.
Like
The
it's
24 finally cleared.
V-E-R instead of V-A-R at the end of his name. Hocevar. Oh, that Hocevar.
Briscoe right behind him in the 14, still having a great run. 17 struggling a little bit. He's looking around on the racetrack for speed. There you see Briscoe running in 8th place right in front of Chase Elliott. Chase having a great day today. He's kind of drove through the field and now sitting in the backside of the top 10. Here's this 20 car. Christopher Bailey's missing some letters on that left front tire. They've lost track position in this race and just really haven't been able to get it back all day long. Rick
I restarted my shitty Xbox.
looking at Christopher off into turn 1.
Maybe I can see some of that fucking game now. Oh, God, Colorado's going to get worked by USC next week. Jesus, I didn't realize that was our next game.
Brought to you by Ashley Furniture.
Dallas in the red zone, 3rd and 13. And they will settle for a field goal.
Chase Briscoe has gained 23 positions. Chase Elliott 20, William Byron 12, as well as Harvick and Preece. After a poor starting position for William Byron, as far as playoff drivers go, he's gained the most. Dave.
And Chase told me this
Chastain is back up to 11th.
He was disappointed with
Now that's a hell of a comeback.
good balance-wise in the short practice session, but when it went to qualifying, they just didn't quite go the right way, is what he told me. So not
Dallas is lining up to go for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal. Oh, please backfire. Please backfire. He's going to run it in.
Most laps led.
Nope, it's incomplete. Yeah.
Closing in.
You should have taken the points. We're still in the 3rd quarter, Dallas. What are you doing? You're only down by 8. Take the points. They went for it on 4th and didn't get it. I thought when Dak got out of the pocket, I'm like, oh, God, he's going to run it in. But here came a defender, and then he threw it, and it got batted up in the air and incomplete. So 21-13 Arizona. LOL. Like that dude said, what was that old show? Huh, that makes me want to LOL out loud. Bubba's putting pressure on Brad for 4th. Or how Brad's is. Does Brad still have a vibration? Basically, if every playoff driver but Bubba's car spontaneously combusts in this race, I'd be happy. I'd laugh. Larson's 3/10 quicker than anyone. Makes sense. He's making it look easy. I just feel like we'll get another yellow. I feel like we're going to get one more. Somebody's bound to bust their ass here, right? You know, Texas still has shitty attendance, but the crowd looks bigger than last year. So I don't think they're bullshitting about that. You don't ever have to worry about me going to Texas Motor Speedway. I promise. My dream Final Four is 6, 17, 23, and 8. That'd be my dream Final Four.
William Hendrick Motorsports and their domination. The 100th win came at the hands of Jeff Gordon and Michigan back in 2001. Steve on the team there. The 200th win, Jimmy Johnson.
If Dobbs threw a better ball there.
Back in 2012. And then the 250th win came with Chase Elliott getting his first career win at
the 269th win, we were there.
Between Petty and Hendrick.
That was a shit race, but we were there.
With the 269th win, there's Mr. H, Rick Hendrick, looking for win number 300. They have 299. And as I mentioned, Larson leading the race. William Byron is running 6th. Chase Elliott is running 10th. So 3 cars in the top 10. And by the way, win number 1, that was also in car number 5. That's what Jeff Bodine was able to get.
So Hendrick might get their 300th win as long as there's no shenanigans here at the end of this race.
And crew chief Harry Hyde said, no, I think we can do it with Jeff Bodine. I think we should take the car there. We can win.
Hell, Bowman's 12th. Bowman's he spun out earlier, and he's 12th.
You mentioned it, Larson obviously has great pace, but the worst of the 400 cars is Bowman in 12th. So a great day for the entire organization so far. Still 30 laps to go, though.
Larson, who's been putting together some really quick laps, lap after lap, 29.63 the last time he went by. There he has a 4.7 second lead over Eric Jones. Denny Hamlin back there in third. Keselowski and Wallace the top five.
They could have called holding on Arizona in the end zone there, which would have been a safety. They arguably could have called it.
Denny Hamlin not gotten the damage.
Third and 8 at their own 7.
Pit road, would he be able to match the performance of this 5 car?
What a throw and catch! Dobbs threw a fucking dime to Marquise Brown. Damn. It's Kansas with bigger gaps and less passing.
Let's go back through the field with the playoff drivers, and we'll
Ooh, what a catch. The throw was nice, but the catch was better. Still don't think the Cardinals have a hope at winning this game. Oh, what a stupid play call. They're lucky they only lost 5 yards on that.
The question the guys in the booth just asked, if they didn't have the damage, could Denny Hamlin have kept up with the 5 team? They're asking that same question in the pit box. Chris Gabehart said on the radio, there's no doubt we have lost car potential, but if they get out of here with a top 3 finish, that would be incredible with that right side damage, Dave.
Brad Keselowski trying to come up with a top 5 finish, but that's not good enough for him. He wants to win so bad. Doesn't look like it'll happen the way he's running right now. That vibration, no further comment, Marty.
Bubba Wallace saying that he's still struggling with
Bubba's still struggling to get around Brad here.
this run, but for this team to come to Texas, sit on the pole, maybe finish in the top 5 and go to Talladega where they've won before, I think they feel pretty good about things so far in the round of 12, Tim.
Well, Marty, William Byron having a solid day in the 6th position. Remember, Rudy Fugle, the crew chief, told me they didn't need to do anything spectacular in this round with those 36 playoff points. So right now, a solid day is exactly what they're looking for. Right now, William just needs turn on entry, security on exit, Marty.
Tim, so many teams and drivers worry about this round for Talladega and the Roval. Well, for Chris Buescher, it was for Texas, his home race. He told me that before the playoffs started. He said, we have never run well at Texas. His best career run right now in 7th, hoping to finish it off, Kim.
And for Ross Chastain in the 11th position, despite having that throttle position sensor going dead or going...
Micah Parsons jumped off sides and sacked Dobbs and didn't get flagged.
Oh, as we have a crash.
And J.J. Haley just spun. Caution's out. Told you we'd get one more. And he's got heavy left rear damage.
Left rear and the left front.
2 tires or stay out. What do you want? 2 tires or stay out. Your call. I'm going to do opposite of whatever Larson does. I'll tell you that. This is a simple call. Whatever Kyle Larson does, do the opposite.
See what everybody does. Track position is so
Opposite the leader. This is an easy call to make.
second lane here off 2.
Opposite the leader.
Pushing that
Damn,
second
Yaley hit hard.
in that racetrack up, but still, it's like
Opposite the leader.
You just go over it by a few inches, there is no grip. And look at the window nets down right there.
Damn, Yaley hit so hard it knocked his window net down. Jeez. It literally knocked the window net down before the crash was over.
After he comes to a stop to indicate to the safety.
This could get really messy.
So now it's a big decision here, right? 20
Opposite of the 5. I don't care. We're doing opposite the 5.
You're probably thinking, man, I'll take the
You're not going to beat Kyle Larson straight up, I don't think. You probably still won't beat him if you do the opposite, but
With 28 cars in the lead,
you might as well give yourself a chance.
new tires.
Never know.
We've heard from drivers all weekend long that strategy is important, but the worst place to be is the first car. on
Karen
the
says,
old
Bubba,
tire.
stay out.
So is it Chastain?
Well,
Is it Bell in 14?
at the very least, I'm only changing 2 tires. I know 2 tires didn't work with the balance of his car earlier, but
Big decision for the crew chief.
this is a tough
A lot of
one.
guys shaving to the bottom. We're going to see who comes, and if the leaders do come, how many decide
Here
to stay out?
come Larson stays out. Everybody pit. Everybody pit. God damn it, Bubba stayed out. Byron stayed out. A lot of cars stayed out.
Which is second.
It's kind of 50-50
He
here.
comes onto pit road.
50-50, I'd say, in the front
So Brad
15 or 20
Keselowski,
cars.
one that wanted to come to pit road. Looks like he'll get 2
I'd have done
tires,
opposite of Larson.
and then he'll leave.
Denny Hamlin coming down pit road. He left the call up to Chris Gabehart. He gave him 2 options.
I know Bubba stayed out. He should be second here.
You do what you want to do here. Right
This
side
could go really bad, though.
and right side tires for Chris Buescher as well. We'll see if
So all these
make
guys
a difference.
took 2 tires.
Challenges
Okay, Hamlin, Keselowski, Buescher, 2 tires. Jones, 4. Everybody else, 2. So I think the guys who stayed out are actually in really good shape now. But Kyle Larson's going to win this race. Oh, boy. Kind of 50-50. Hard to tell how this is going to go. Pretty sure Kyle Larson still wins. I'm very confident in that. But who's going to get wrecked here? Because somebody's going to bust their ass. I know it. You don't bunch them up this late with so much on the line and not have something bad happen. I'd be stunned if nothing happened here. Yeah, I said about 30, 35 to go, so my gut tells me we're getting another one. Well, we got it. Dallas is going to regret not taking that field goal earlier. They were still in the third quarter. Their defense is going to keep them in it. Just take the points, keep chipping away at it. I think they might regret that later. Maybe. Still feel like they're going to win. Cardinals have rushed for 192 yards on the Cowboys. The Cowboys have almost given up a 200-yard rusher. Oh, that was almost picked. 3rd and 9 for Dallas. Next week is Talladega. Get ready, son.
You can't win the championship at Talladega, but you sure can lose it.
Super speedways, man. If it's your time to crash.
39 for Dallas.
Anything can happen, and usually does.
Talladega is a stress ball.
And a fucking pass interference flag comes in. Ain't that some shit?
Watch out.
200 miles an hour? Are you kidding me? This is it. This is the show. And yeah, that's the second.
Larson, Bubba, Byron, and Briscoe. Harvick and Elliott in the 3rd row. So you got 3 rows worth of cars here that stayed out and a few that took 2 behind them.
We've done here at Texas and look forward.
Woo, man.
Again, that's NASCAR Radio Channel 90, NBC Sports on Sirius XM.
Bubba, just don't take yourself out. A top 5 is still a great day. Do not take yourself out here.
Bubba Wallace and Larson, they stayed out on the old tires. Last on pit road on lap 211.
Yeah, so you see Larson and Wallace are going to be the
God damn. Actually, 10 cars. Hell, 11 cars. Good. Whoa. Sorry, I'm still going down the leaderboard. 14 cars stayed out. Yeah, staying out was the right call. You're not going to beat Kyle Larson, but 14 cars stayed out. You're going to be fine if you're in that top 5 or 6. Tough break for Hamlin and those guys. Tough break for the 43. They took the 4 tires. They're all the way back in 18th. Cowboy, the word fun and Texas Motor Speedway do not go together, but you may be right here, even though Kyle Larson's still going to win with ease because so many cars stayed out with him. The 2 best drivers in NASCAR on restarts this year are Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace. They're 1-2. That was a hell of a jump by Bubba. Did he go early? Did Bubba jump early? Holy hell, that was a... Ugh, boy. Stay on him, Bubba. Stay on him. Stay on him. Stay on him. Stay on him, Bubba. Oh, dear God. I think Larson's going to have a big advantage down here in 3, in my opinion. That bottom's been really good. Stay on him, Bubba. Stay on him, Bubba. Come on, Bubba. Stay on him. Larson's got to run down the front. Oh, Bubba, you're leading on him. Larson wrecked. Bubba takes the lead. Caution's out. Oh my God! Woo!
On the 5 and
Holy shit!
turn 1 and a roundy win.
And Wallace had to lift quite a bit to not get taken away in that wreck with the 5. Lost a couple positions on the racetrack. Not sure how he'll be scored.
How many races have we seen this 5 car in a position, great shot to win a race, and late in the race, it go away from them?
The drivers have all talked about how when they run side by side with the next gen, you don't lose quite as much.
Please tell me Bubba is scored the leader. Please tell me Bubba is scored the leader. Please tell me they threw the caution before Byron got to him.
They go down to the corner, it's like the
Oh.
just comes right around.
And remember, this is on older tires.
I think they're going to say Byron's the leader.
Massive difference in tire grip between old and new. You are.
Yeah, they got Byron scored the leader.
Talk about how
Damn.
grip it is down.
Well, wait a minute. That's good. That's my race bet. William Byron's my race bet.
You mentioned it. The 23 had to slow way down to stay out of the turn, and that allowed William Byron to move
This
up.
is why I was so scared about that caution with Bubba staying out, because I knew what he was going to do, and I was afraid it was going to wreck him and not Larson, you know. Whew. Lord Almighty. This is not going to be a popular one with the internet, I promise you. So they got Bubba scored second. They should have threw that caution sooner. If they threw that caution just a tick sooner, he'd be scored the leader right now.
Scoring the 23 is the leader.
Oh, they did score him as the leader. Woo!
Go back to the last loop.
Yes!
Came out, you know,
They go back to the last loop. Bubba will be the leader.
play.
Yes!
He did lose
We in it, baby! We got a chance, baby!
Took away a lot of the body work
Woohoo!
of the 5 of Larson. Looks like they're going to try to get him back out there.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
So the crew working diligently, again, on the DVP, damaged vehicle policy.
Oh, my goodness.
Mess down here. They're just trying to get it back so it'll roll, get some tires on a clip.
Oh, you nailed this restart. You gone.
2 left, but toast down there.
I think the one thing that's concerning me, I'm going to go back to Bubba Wallace. He's way up the racetrack, picked up a ton of debris on his tires. We did not get a couple of hard corners. They've talked about it. To get those tires clean, you need 2, 3, 4 laps before the car's back to comfortable again. Can he clean them well enough to be able to be that aggressive again on this restart? Coming up with just a handful
I dropped
of
my
laps
headset.
of the race. How much grip will he have in those tires? How much trash?
It ain't over yet, but man.
For this restart.
For me, if I want to make sure my tires are cleaned up, it's in the corner. You know, that's where it's got the most load on it. That's where you really need to be working those tires
Oh, I'm so
harder
close
and
to
harder.
greatness.
Not like
Either
I'm
Bubba's going to win or I'm going to win money on William Byron. That's how this is going to go.
really lean on the car, turn it really sharply.
One of two things is going to happen. Bubba's going to win or Byron will win and I get money.
The choose is coming up. So Bubba Wallace is in control. Does he choose that inside line?
It's not the choose yet.
I think that
How about we just run the rest of this race out under caution and call it? I'm happy.
On the top of the racetrack right there. We're not choosing this particular time, but I love getting ahead of it like that, Rick, and starting to think about that and have a conversation. I think the 23 is doing some really good work on the top of the racetrack. You could see how little grip the 5 had on the bottom of the racetrack. A car that was dominating this race, loose and spin out in the lower groove. They're on the older tires that we mentioned. They're not on a sticker tire with a lot of grip.
Oh, my God.
Outside line, you get the launch.
I can't
We saw it
breathe.
yesterday in the Xfinity race, nobody wanted the top.
I can't fucking breathe.
Later in the race, a lot of cars went to the top to control the restart.
I'm gonna pass out over here.
Developed in the higher groove.
Look at how it changes the playoff perspective for Kyle Larson, who was looking like he was going to dominate this race. He now is 1 point below the cut line where he is running in the 29th position.
And he goes to Dega, where he really hasn't had a lot of great success at racing the tracks like Talladega and Daytona. So
The top 10 earlier, I was talking about how there were
Nail this restart and everybody from second on back fucking behave, God damn it.
drivers of Briscoe, Elliott, Freeze, Harvick, Bowman filling up. Reddick, a nice recovery. He's getting all the way back to 8 after that unfortunate, pitting and then the caution coming out.
Larson has one finish at Talladega in his career.
Still not one to go. This is killing me inside. This is killing me inside. This is killing me inside.
To take a deep breath and also process what just happened. And then after a minute or two, his father, Freddie Kraft, chimed in and said, what do you want to do on this restart?
Inside.
He said, I certainly don't want to do what we did last time and have that happen to someone else again. And then as everyone started to chime in with all the information, Kim, Bubba said, you know what? I've got my mind made up. I know what I'm going to do. Didn't tell anyone on the team what he's going to do, but Bubba knows where he wants to restart here.
Please don't pick the outside. Please don't.
Well, this is the highest we've seen William Byron today in the second position, which surprised nobody because they're averaging a top 5 finish at mile and a half this season. And oh, of note, Rudy Fugel, his crew chief, has won at Texas 5 times in the Truck Series, the most for him at any track on the circuit. One of those wins came with Byron. We'll see if this pair can get to victory lane on the Cup side here at Texas, Dave.
Steve mentioned the recovery for Tyler Reddick, 9th before the choose.
Hey, now the Cowboys are kicking the field goal. What happened to going for it on 4th down, you fucking idiots?
Billy Scott's just been trying to keep his driver's head in the game, telling him we got to put everything to the side and focus on getting all you
Yeah, I'm ready to run through a fucking wall, man. I'm so fired the fuck up.
Briscoe sitting here in 3rd place, you know, has not had the kind of year that we expected from Stewart Haas Racing. It's been a struggle all year long, and when you put a guy like that, Chase Elliott for that matter, Steve mentioned him.
This to choose, this to choose.
Holman, all those guys.
It is, I think.
They care about playoffs. They got nothing to lose here. They're going to do whatever.
Bubba picked the outside? I don't know about that. Bubba picked the outside. He must be really confident. I don't know, man. He picked the outside. He better nail that fucking restart. I just feel like inside's safer. I don't know. Everybody's going to start wrecking, and there's going to be 30 fucking restarts and 10 overtimes. Ugh.
That does put the pressure on William. If he sees that top, he's going to think, oh, thanks, appreciate that. I do not want to be on the bottom because I saw what just happened.
I know what just happened when somebody was on the bottom, but... Okay, fuck it. I don't know shit. Bubba's the one driving the car. I don't know shit. So either Bubba wins, and I'm happy and get to laugh at everybody on the internet, or William Byron wins, and I win like $30. So... Fucking dream scenario here, boys and girls. Ugh. I hate this. It's like Junior's back in the car as much as I care at this moment. Good launch. Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. Let's roll. Clear. Set sail. Woo! You fuckers better not start wrecking, I swear to God. Stop. Everybody fucking behave. Behave back there. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking do it. Lift. Lift. Lift, 21. Lift. Woohoo.
But the 14 of Chase Briscoe able to get up to 2nd now.
Oh, God, I'm going to have a stroke for the next 12 laps. I'm going to fucking lose my mind for 12 laps. They're wrecking back there. Yeah, we got a wreck. What a fucking shot. Good God almighty. Blaney, Cindric, Zane Smith, AJ Allmendinger, wrecking for fucking 25th. Jesus, man, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Knock it the fuck off! He was gone.
Toe link looks to be broke on the 12.
Blaney looks done. The 43's done.
Jones after a huge run today. A lot of damage.
I hate everything about this now.
Safety crew immediately to him.
AJ's car's fucked.
Climbing out of the car. Massive damage to these cars. On the
AJ's limping.
Back on pit road, he has damage, so he's coming to pit road early to work on it.
Tough ending for Jones. Let's take another look at what happened.
Yeah, so it's back in the field.
Reddick, good God almighty. Like 3 cars separate from each other came off the corner and hit the outside wall and then all crashed.
Crazy. They both got into the wall kind of nose to tail.
Idiots! You're racing for 20th! Stop it!
Smith in the 38, sliding through the grass.
You're killing me. You're killing me with this. You're killing me with this.
So the 45 hits the wall, and then I believe the next car that made contact with the wall. The 12
First and goal, Cardinals. Oh, punch it in, please, Arizona.
Right here in the middle of it all. Cars sliding to his left, cars riking to his right.
So this is the first car that gets into the fence off turn 4, Reddick.
Reddick hit the wall and triggered that mess and just drove on. He came to pit road with damage, but he had nothing to do with everything that happened behind him.
And then numerous cars collected.
Yeah, the 43, I believe, was the next car to hit the wall, and the 12 runs in the back of him as he slows the car down. Listen to the throttle.
Not sure he ever lifted. I think it completely shocked him that the car did not turn. He typically, when a driver starts feeling the front tires not working, he'll come out off the throttle to try to get it to turn. I don't think he ever lifted. I think it completely surprised him that the car went up into the wall.
And a lot of work taking place on the 12, Kim.
That's right, because the right rear toe link broken in half for Ryan Blaney. You see him sitting on pit road as they try to do repairs. Just a poor day for Ryan Blaney. He was back there. That track position he did not have was due to that speeding penalty. Remember,
Touchdown, Arizona Cardinals! Woo!
in the back of the field.
So the toe link can be changed on pit road.
With 7:22 to go, the Cardinals are going to be up by 12 with the extra point.
To the 43.
While that accident was happening,
Still 7 minutes to go.
Kyle Larson also went behind the wall.
Oh,
so he
Lord.
ended his day. Looks like he'll be scored 31st.
Just look how much you mentioned it with the points, right? Larson was the first one, but now Blaney, he's at minus 10 and has maybe 2 more spots he could lose. Keselowski, currently 13th, sitting right at the cut line.
I'm glad they didn't red flag this. Let's get this over with. The Cardinals just shanked the extra point, so it's 20. Oh, no, they said it went through. That looked like it was no good. I guess it went over the upright.
Flat tire right away at Kansas. Is this the moment? Is this the moment the luck is turning for Truex? Is missing this wreck kind of, hey, you survived all the bad luck we could throw at you?
It is down to less than 10 laps, and we look at the playoff drivers and the issues.
Ugh.
It didn't look like he was going to have started up front, but then on pit road, the issue for Christopher Bell.
Yeah, same issue he's been having all of the playoffs. Slow pit stop on the left side.
I am second. It was on the rear bumper of Bell's car. You see that? I am second. Come on, Bubba. If everybody would stop wrecking for 20th. Oh, man, it's really important that I finish 20th.
Ty Gibbs made contact on pit road. This ended Ty Gibbs' day. Did damage to the 11, but they stayed on track.
If Bubba wins, this is the greatest race in the history of Texas Motor Speedway. If he wins.
The
5 car that controlled the race most of the day on this recent restart, it's loose. Underneath Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson backs it into the fence hard. His day's over.
And in the most recent incident, you can see Tyler Reddick and Eric Jones both pound the wall off turn 4, collecting 2 cars behind them.
Tyler Reddick came to pit road, did some work on that car. He scored 25th right now.
So there you see it, the 43 gets into the wall, the 12 into the back of him, pandemonium for the rest of the field. Bouncing off the wall.
Can we get this going?
You mentioned it, Steve.
Please.
All this to clear out so he could drive through the wreck.
Denny Hamlin is 7th,
that orange car, you barely see.
but he took 2 tires last time.
Well, again, the 12 car with all that damage, you can see it's got a lot of suspension damage, but The only thing good for those guys is they did a nice job today getting points. 11 stage points. A lot of strategy this team played on a day where they didn't necessarily have a fast car. They got points. Got the most, obviously not the most out of it because of this wreck, but prior to these incidents, got the most out of their opportunity.
Yep. So he's trying to make as many laps as he possibly can. With this car working pretty hard for those laps.
Yeah.
So 11 of Hamlin. He's still the first car that came off.
Yeah, this long caution's good, even though it's prolonging our suffering. Or my suffering.
So we'll see where the chooses
Because I got to
go.
sit here and think about
The
this.
downside for Hamlin is he continues to run out of laps. And I assume these older tires for Wallace and Briscoe.
Harvick is in 6th. I don't know how. All right, Bubba, outside again. You made it work the last time. I mean, hope. Oh no, this is bad. Chase Briscoe's on the front row, and he always wrecks whoever he's racing for the win. So this might go from oh my God, Bubba's going to win to oh my God, Bubba got wrecked, and now he's catching shit for beating up Chase Briscoe after the race for wrecking him. I don't know. Ugh. Jesus, man. Jesus. I am in pain until that checkered flag falls. I didn't need this kind of stress today. Didn't need it. Didn't need it, kids. Didn't need it. Well, we're yellows. We're going to restart in 6 to go because people are going to start wrecking hard for 20th again, you know. At least there's a few less cars out there now, I guess.
But you look at some of these people up here that are also a part of the top 8 that haven't won. Bubba Wallace hasn't won yet this year. The 14 of
Briscoe's going to wipe him out, ain't he? It's the Briscoe special.
All have not won in 2023. All will restart in the top 8.
So help me God.
And the confidence of winning the pole and now
I never asked for anything, Lord. I never asked for anything.
into the round of 8.
Let's do it.
Remaining, green flags back in the air.
Smoked him again. Not quite clear, though. He's not clear, unfortunately. Briscoe's going to take him the fuck out. Briscoe take him out.
He's got the momentum.
Got him loose. Ah! Fuck off, Briscoe. There goes Byron. Fuck, William Byron. Oh, no, Bubba. Oh, he pinched the 24. God damn it. Fuck. That sucks. See, that's why I didn't want another fucking restart. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Now Byron's mirror driving him. It's over. Son of a bitch. Bubba's going to lose more than that. Oh, God, Chastain, be my hero. Fucking knew that was going to happen. I knew it! I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew this was coming. If you guys want to start wrecking back there now, I'd be in favor of it. Yeah, now everybody wants to fucking behave. Now we're not going to wreck for 20th, are we? Yeah, we're not going to wreck for 20th now. No, never. I hope Michael got my race bet in so I can at least salvage something out of this.
Now as the field gets back to single file,
I want to kill myself. Remember John Redcorn's suicide song on King of the Hill that he had to rewrite because he was performing in front of children? Where he says, wake up, just want to wash my... Oh, good God, dude. Bill, take it easy. Bubba's going to fucking just shit talk himself after this one, isn't he? Bubba's good in clean air. That's about all I got for you. He's going to kill himself here. He's going to bust his own ass.
Under 2 laps to go.
Wake up. Just want to wash my wrists. Scrub my brains out. White flag. All the way. I knew this was coming. When that caution came out, I knew it. I knew it.
The gift Rick Hendrick, his 300th win in the Cup Series.
Oh, well. Bubba, just complete the last lap. Don't fucking kill yourself. That's for Cowboys fans to do here when they lose to Arizona in about 5 minutes. Michael, you better have got my bet in.
William Byron, the 25-year-old, is going to win at Texas.
Show me the money. I've never been so unhappy to win money in my entire life. Byron, Chastain, Bubba, Bill, Hamlin, 5th. Damn, we were so close to greatness. And then Chase Briscoe had to fuck it up. I'm kidding. I'm not mad at Briscoe. He didn't take out Bubba. He raced hard. They both got tangled up with each other. That's just racing. I'm glad Briscoe didn't wipe him out like I thought he would, because that's what Briscoe does in these situations. But William Byron wins me money. Michael, if you're there, you have my Cash App. I picked William Byron to win this race on the podcast this week. I bet on him to win today. I hate when I'm right. I hate when I'm right. And I'm right a lot. And sometimes I really hate when I'm right. And I called this shit days ago. Wake up, just wanna wash my wrists, scrub my brains out.
Entering these playoffs, and with the accident, the 5 of Larson, does that momentum shift to the 24 now? William Byron, is he the front?
I want to die. I'm kidding. I love you, William Byron. I just wanted to make fun of all the boomers. I can't get anything I want in this life. But I did get money for picking William Byron, so I got him at 14-1. I had William Byron at 14-1, motherfucker.
The win is going to go to William Byron, but Junior, you were a part of those 300 wins. How big is this for the organization?
They take a lot of pride in milestones like this, and they will celebrate this when everyone's back in Charlotte.
Suarez, Stenhouse, and Briscoe got top 10s. Harvick finished 6th.
Go to victory lane. Decades and decades of hard work put into every single one of those victories. I was part of those, yes. Steve was part of those as well. I was part of them too, but on the
I'll
other
wipe my
side,
tears with the money I got for William Byron winning this race.
Hey, for somebody to win, somebody has to come in second. Marty.
Win number 6 of the year for William Byron.
Yeah, Karen, but that win would have been a lot better than a third.
No doubt about it. The Texas fans stayed through the heat today, and they get to celebrate William Byron. Advancing to the round of 8, that young man's trying to show him that he autographed his shirt earlier today. Win number 300 for Hendrick Motorsports. Welcome to the round of 8, William Byron. How did you steal that one on that final restart?
Man, that's badass. I finally got a good read.
Bubba had a great restart. He just didn't quite clear Briscoe because Briscoe had a better restart than Byron did on the previous one.
Number 300 for Hendrick Motorsports.
And credit to Briscoe and Bubba for not killing each other there, because that's what I thought was going to happen.
Really fast all day and hated for them at the end.
Good clean racing for Briscoe.
Awesome to get our car to the front. Love
He
clean
fell
air,
back to
so
10th. He got the
we just
worst of
walked
it.
through traffic all day, and our Liberty University Chevy was just tight back in traffic. But
Everybody was bad in traffic.
this is one of those
Except for
things-
Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin. Everybody was bad in traffic.
But it was a grinded out day, and our team was there at the end. I'm really proud of this one, as hot as it was, as tough as it was. So we'll take it and go on to the next round.
Rick Hendrick gave
Dallas
you a
first
shot
and
as a
goal,
young
down by
driver.
12 with 4
What
minutes
does
left. I'm still looking at this
win
game.
number 300 mean for Hendrick Motorsports?
Ooh.
I don't know if
Pollard
I'd be
stuffed for a
encouraged.
loss.
I was such a Hendrick Motorsports fan growing up as a kid, watching Jimmy Johnson.
Telling you, Arizona's going to blow this.
I'm really fond of Jeff Gordon as I got to know him, and just thankful for all the people and men and women back at Hendrick Motorsports and Mr. Hendrick for his investment in me and telling me at 17 years old that he was going to take me to Cup racing. So just appreciate everything he's done for me, and this is awesome.
Liberty Bibberty.
And now you and the 24 team are one step.
Well, I'm really looking good on my Final Four.
Talladega in the row. How cool is that?
I said the Final Four is 5, 24, 11, 19. We're still on track.
3-4 races, and we haven't shown any flashes, but today I thought we had a good car. If we could have just gotten to the front,
I know Larson's
and
upset.
we're really
racing deal. Bubba's the one that's going to be devastated because he gave it away.
100-degree heat this afternoon.
Yeah, they're better than I would be. So appreciate all you guys.
I'd be up in the suite. If I went to Texas and it was this hot, I'd be like, give me a suite. I'll pay the extra $100. Oh, intercepted in the end zone. Yes! The Cardinals pick off Dak in the end zone with 3 minutes to go and a 12-point lead. Dallas has 3 timeouts. But a clutch interception there by Dak Prescott, America's quarterback. Fucking embarrassing. You're going to lose to the Cardinals. And it's also going to kill my parlay. Because, of course, in my parlay, I picked Cowboys over Cardinals. If my parlay's not already fucking dead. I can't even remember what all I picked. Against my better judgment, I'm going to hang around and try to wait for more interviews. Look at me not rushing off the air after a Texas race, because stuff actually happened. The racing here is still incredibly fucking frustrating, though. The Dolphins had 726 yards of offense. Fucking what? Hanging around for more interviews. And if anybody else has anything they want to add. Chastain finishing second just boggles the fucking mind. Hey guys, the Cowboys are totally the best team in the NFL. They're going to the Super Bowl. They're losing to the fucking Cardinals. And I'm supposed to believe that they're not going to choke on their own shit in the divisional round again, like they do every year, if they even get that far.
Progressive. And a reminder, post-race coverage is also now available streaming on Peacock. So the first race of the round of 12 is complete, and once again, a playoff driver has won. So William Byron has won his way into the round of 8. Good day for Denny Hamlin. Chris Buescher also a good rebound for Christopher Bell. Martin Truex Jr.
Nobody is safe.
Points, but at the same time,
Denny Hamlin feels pretty good, but I don't think anybody else other than Byron is safe.
12 points above the cut line.
Well, I mean, just look how tight it is. Brad and 8, Larson, Bubba only 2 apart. Reddick, Blaney, and Busch. Even with that accident, still only 17. With Talladega looming in the Roval, you could dump this into a bucket and dump it out again. It's going to continue to change.
Does Steve Letarte just say you can piss in a bucket and dump it out again? Or did I just mishear that? I must have misheard that. Sounded like he talked about pissing in a bucket or something. Oh boy, I gotta hear this fucking self-pity party that Bubba's gonna put himself through here live on the air. Michael, did you get my bet in? Please tell me you did, so I can get something positive out of this. Fuck! I'm so mad.
Walk me through what happened.
Third time I fooled myself starting on top. These guys gave me the right information. 14's tight. He sent it off in there. Wasn't going to stick, but that's what he's got to do. We're racing for a win, and just hate it. I should have just...
That's why I was saying pick the inside.
And force William to get tight, but you're so vulnerable in these cars, right? But just upset myself. Really needed a win there, and...
I thought when Byron's left sides dipped on the apron, Bubba was going to be in good shape, but he got super tight, and Byron stayed in it and got by.
As you look to the next 2 races, can you learn anything from this?
Yeah, you just got to process things slower. I feel like I've made massive improvements in that, processing things a little bit better. But when it comes down to crunch time, you have to keep it all in check, you know? So the best restarter in the game gets it up on a restart. So funny how that works. So appreciate everybody. McDonald's Toyota Camry was good out front. Just drove in traffic a little bit, but we grinded, come out with a good solid points today. So appreciate everybody's support and effort. We'll go on to Talladega.
Well, for 99 laps,
There's Kyle Larson. He's taking it well. Smirking.
Tell us about that hard racing with
Kyle Larson has a really square face.
Yeah, he did a good job to stay with me on the restart through 3 and 4 and all that. And
I tried to open up. I was trying to have my shape into one, and with these cars for the old ones, you don't really get sucked around.
Bubba gave Larson a lot of room there, more than I thought. Larson had like a whole other lane.
Yeah, we just went in there side by side.
He just said he tried to arc the corner, so he did go a little higher and kind of chase Bubba up the track a bit.
Pretty bummed, but you're happy for William, happy for Mr. H. 300 Cup Series wins is incredible. So, great night overall for our organization, and congrats to William and congrats to my team too. I mean, we had a super fast car today, and we've had a fast car in every playoff race so far to this start. So, go to Talladega, try to have a good day and get some good fortune, and then have a good race through.
The Cowboys have no timeouts left. There's 2:40 to go in the game. Cardinals are trying to run the clock out on them. And Byron's got the big hat on. If he wins a championship, I'll buy one of those. Actually, no, I will not. I heard those big hats are fucking expensive. Which makes sense. Why is Rick Hendrick tickling his own ass? Did you see that just now? He was reaching back and tickling his own ass. You itching, Rick? It's hot outside. Things start to stick, and you get itchy. NASCAR, man, we care. This time of year, we still care. It's good to care this much late in the season. That I'm still sitting here babbling on despite the race being over, refusing to accept that it's over. Because we were so close to having the greatest week of being able to point and laugh at everyone. And by everyone, I mean everybody over the age of 40 that hates black people, which is like every NASCAR fan on Facebook.
He's kind of hard on himself, and I like that. I like the fact he's hard on himself, sitting there with the lead and couldn't finish it off. But I still don't know that he made the wrong decision. It didn't work out right. But had he chosen to...
For the record, I was saying pick the inside the entire time. He picked the outside on the one restart next to Byron. It worked. I was shocked. Blew him away. Then he said in his interview just now they told him that the 14 was tight. Maybe pick the bottom, but he stuck with the top. Had a great restart again, but like he said, Briscoe just sent it off in there because Briscoe's trying to win a damn race.
Just got to move forward, learn from it, go to the next race.
I'm proud of Briscoe for not losing his head in that moment.
The winner of the race, you see Chase Elliott over congratulating the 24 team. Chase Elliott finishing up in 11th. NASCAR America post-race.
I'm out of here. I guess I'll be back in an hour. The Raiders and Steelers kick off in about an hour. I'm going to stream that if you guys want to come back and hang out, especially you, Dylan. I need a Steelers fan perspective. And Michael, get me my money! Even though Dallas just cost me the rest of my money, I'm going to get some of my money today. I had fun with this race. The best thing I can say about a Texas Motor Speedway race today is I had fun. And I was invested through the whole damn thing. That was a pretty good Texas race, all things considered. So, I'll be back in an hour. We got to watch the NFL equivalent of the Special Olympics when the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Las Vegas Raiders. I want to cheer for the Raiders because Metallica, but I can't root against the Steelers because Dylan. So, I'm sitting here torn. So, if I get excited for the Raiders, it's just the Metallica fan in me. I'll talk to you guys later.